offense, probably the biggest line we'll play all year. And, they're going to run the ball. So this weather kind of plays into their favor, but, we've kind of made some adjustments to our run game too. So it should be an interesting game with this wet weather.
Yeah, this is really something else. I don't know where you guys were at, but we are somewhere between 3.5 and 4 inches here. Is it somewhere like that over there?
Yeah, I would say it's about the same. So
interesting day for the grounds crew. Let's talk real quick before I let you go, Hayden, about your seniors. I know that this is a team that's definitely in the playoff hunt, and more than likely you're going to be into a game next week. But closing out the regular year, I want to talk about this group. It's a very small group. It's a unique group, and you already mentioned one of the kids in there, unfortunately, out for the remainder of this year. But just talk just a few words about this group of seniors, Coach.
Yeah, last year we had a real big group of seniors, and this year we only have 4. So, sometimes it can be hard as far as leadership and things like that go. And I just think these guys have really bought into my messages, and they just make it real easy on me when they're, repeating what I'm saying in practice and in the weight room and things, and pushing people and keeping people going. And like you said, they are a unique group. Like, some of these guys, to be honest, when they were younger, you would have never thought they would even be players, and they really worked hard and turned their bodies, changed their bodies and turned themselves into pretty good football players. So we're going to play hard for them tonight and show how much we care about them.
Senior night tonight, Coach. Thanks so much for joining us here. Good luck in the game tonight, and, we'll be talking to you down the road.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Hayden Hooks there, head coach of the Wolsey Wessington Warbirds. Let's send it back to the studios. When we return, starting lineups, we'll have officials, and we'll be ready for kickoff. A regular season finale. Avon at Wolsey Wessington kicks off next on KOKK.
With nearly 130 stores in 12 states, Slumberland has the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Slumberland is America's #1 dealer for Lazy Boy furniture. Slumberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Slumberland of Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made up entirely of your neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, along with truly local service, turn to Slumberland Furniture of Huron.
It seems like nothing's built to last these days. Well, here's one that's built to last a long time. Portable creep feeders from Vern's Manufacturing in Wessington. These creep feeders are built with convenience and durability in mind. Feed flow is easily adjustable with an agitation bar to prevent bridging and snug-fitting lids. Portable creep feeders from Vern's Manufacturing are made locally in Wessington, South Dakota. Put a portable creep feeder from Vern's Manufacturing of Wessington into your farming operation.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Dairy Queen's ice cream, of course. Get your favorite cool treats at Dairy Queen of Huron. Get a chocolate-dipped cone, a dilly bar, hot fudge sundae, or their famous DQ blizzards. And for parties, anniversaries, or any occasion, order a DQ cake or a DQ blizzard cake. Dairy Queen of Huron is open every day of the week. Drive up, carry out, or dine in. Dairy Queen of Huron. Hot eats and cool treats.
Every day you share personal information about yourself with others. You may write a check, charge fuel, rent a car, mail your tax returns, schedule a doctor's appointment, or post something on social media. Each transaction may share some sort of personal information, such as bank and credit card account numbers, social security number, name, address, or phone number. There are unscrupulous individuals, identity thieves, targeting these routine transactions, trying to gain your information to commit fraud. If you think somebody has stolen your identity, contact Consumer Protection at 1-800-300-1986.
Dakota Sports.
Welcome back to Wolsey here, senior night, as they get ready to announce the seniors here on the field. We'll come back, of course, with our officials for tonight's game, and the officials for tonight's game is always brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection. Our law on the field tonight, Kevin Ball, Bill Schiefen, Kyle Brunsma, Trey Krieger, and Joey Mitchell. Again, your law on the field, Joey Mitchell, Trey Krieger, Kyle Brunsma, Bill Schiefer, and Kevin Ball. Those are your officiating crew tonight for this regular season finale. Avon at Wolsey Wessington, and as always, your Reading of the officials brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection. Our in-game scoreboard updates tonight are going to be brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care, located in downtown Huron. Remember, Lori and Kylie at the Mirror offering cuts, colors, waxes, perms, treatments, shampoo sets, eyelash extensions. They got something for every member of the family. Stop in or call 883-HAIR. That's 35 4th Street, Southeast, downtown Huron. They do accept walk-ins. For an appointment, call Lori at the Mirror at 605-883-HAIR or call or text Kylie at 605-553-1628. That's 605-553-1628 for Kylie or 605-883-HAIR for Lori at the Mirror Family Hair Care, downtown Huron. So our game of the night over on Tiger 95 will be Huron against Mitchell, the rivalry matchup this year at Tiger Stadium. A 7 o'clock kickoff expected. They're just about ready to get underway over on Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV. Other games tonight, in fact, already underway. Hitchcock-Tulare is home against Great Plains Lutheran to wrap up a regular season. Wolsey Wessington here hosting Avon. Trip Delmont Armor ACDC will take on Miller Highmore Herald in a regular season finale. Woonsocket, Wessington Springs, Sanborn Central, and Rapid City Christian almost a quarter in Wessington Springs. They kicked off at 6 o'clock tonight. That one is all zeros on the board. And somebody is going to close out the regular year with their first win as 0-7 Oldham Ramona Rutland is hosting 0-7 Iroquois Lake Preston. So somebody going to close out the regular season with their first victory here tonight, and we'll keep you up to date on that scoreboard, all courtesy of the Mirror Family Hair Care, downtown Huron. Well, again, senior night tonight. They'll announce a few here before we get this one underway. We will take one more break for the national anthem, and we'll run through the starting lineups here. We'll get a coin toss done, and we'll get your lineups on the field there, and we'll be ready to get this one underway. Again, a few minutes behind schedule tonight, Parents' Night here in Wolsey. So for the Wolsey Wessington Warbirds coming in tonight, 4 wins and 3 losses. The Warbirds came out with 2 wins to start the year. Blanked Iroquois Lake Preston 50-0, beat Gregory 48-32. Then came 2 straight losses, took on one of the best teams in football, Parkston, lost 54-0 to them. Then lost to DeSmet the next week in a squeaker 14-6. So at that point, 2-2. Then they would win 2 out of their next 3. They beat Coleman Egan at home for homecoming 41-14. Lost on the road at Platte Geddes 27-8. And came back for a big win last week against Britton Hecla, 48-12. And the Wolsey Wessington Warbirds come in tonight at 4-3. For the Avon Pirates, they started off with 2 wins as well. Cologne 42-12. They beat Burke 62-28. They then took a loss to Freeman, Marion Freeman Academy 52-18 to start off 2-1. Then came back with a win over Gayville Volan. Closed out the first half of the year, 3 wins and 1 loss. 2 out of the next 3 were wins. They beat Hitchcock-Tulare 32-28 in a tight one at their homecoming. They beat Corsica-Stickney 30-14. And last week, took it on the chin against Alcester-Hudson, an unbeaten squad. In Alcester-Hudson defeated them 48-26. So Avon again, 5-2 coming in tonight to Wolsey Wessington, the hosting Warbirds at 4-3. Let's send it back to the studios for a minute. We'll come back here and be that much closer to kickoff. We will have one more national anthem timeout, but be kicking off here in a few minutes. Wolsey Wessington Warbirds hosting Avon. We're back in 60 seconds, 1 minute on KOKK.
Cattle are eating. Are they growing like you expect? At Dakota Land Feeds, their experienced feed consultants can help you be sure your cattle are getting everything they need to perform and what will help you increase your bottom line. Let Dakota Land Feeds help formulate the right ration to fit the needs of your cattle, whether you have growing calves, feedlot cattle, yearlings, or beef cows. Dakota Land Feeds has feed consultants across the territory to help serve you. See your local Dakota Land Feeds dealer today.
The 2023 model year-end kickoff is on at Olympic Chevrolet Buick GMC in Huron. This is a once-a-year opportunity for savings like these. New Buick Encore GX now $28,941, save over $2,200. Get a powerful Chevy 1500 Crew Cab now $49,518, save over $6375. Home a new GMC 1500 Crew Cab now $48,25, save $5250. Hurry, the clock is ticking. It's the 2023 model year-end kickoff at the new Olympic Chevrolet Buick GMC in Huron. New name, same great service.
Dakota Sports is committed to excellence in sports broadcasting.
Welcome back to Wolsey here. Matt Watson on a Friday night. A regular season finale. Remember, we'll be back at it next Thursday. I should say a regular season finale for the 9-man squads and a few 11-man squads, as the Tigers, of course, have one more week of the regular season there next week. They will also, though, play on a Thursday next week, and then next Thursday I will have a playoff game of some sort. We do expect a couple of our area teams to be in the playoffs, so we'll get a look at schedules and our situation with the coverage that we can do with the guys that we have, and then we'll make a decision. We'll be ready for some playoff football there next Thursday. Well, that much closer to kickoff here. It looks like the Wolsey Wessington Warbirds starting lineups have been announced. Warbirds, the home black unis tonight, gray shirts, yellow numbers. Avon, the traveling whites, red pants, gold numbers. They'll announce the officials here on the field, and we will take one more time out for the national anthem, and we will be set for kickoff here in Wolsey. Is again the Wolsey Wessington Warbirds hosting the Avon Pirates, winding down a regular season. Back to the studios here for a couple of minutes. We'll take a break here for the national anthem. Kickoff is next. Avon at Wolsey Wessington, a regular season finale on 12:10 KOKK.
A new era in orthopedic care? HRMC introduces Dr. Kevin Hofer, a proud Huron native, bringing revolutionary orthopedic care to our community. Dr. Hofer offers expertise in robotic-assisted surgery for less pain and a faster recovery. Superior orthopedic care is available locally. Join us in welcoming Dr. Hofer and embracing the future of orthopedics. HRMC, the right care is right here.
Onward Wolsey Business Association supports all activities of Wolsey Wessington School. Onward Wolsey Business Association includes Sandy's Cut and Curl, Santel Communications, Agtegra of Wolsey, Shooter Saloon, Dakota Environmental, H&S Heating and Cooling, Wolsey Wessington School, and the City of Wolsey. Best of luck to the Warbirds from Onward Wolsey Business Association.
You're tuned to Dakota Sports on KOKK.
American Family Insurance.
This is Crystal Volkwartson,
Okay, after this
agent
one is
at
fine.
Volkwartson and Associates, Inc. As your American Family Insurance agent in Huron and Miller, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. Call me today at 605-352-4943, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
And welcome back.
On KOKK.
Welcome back to Wolsey here. A fresh 12 is on the board, and we are about set here for kickoff. The officials will lead the captains out to midfield, and we'll have a coin toss and figure this thing out. We'll get you some starting lineups. We'll take a look, of course, both ways throughout the course of the first couple of drives. As again, right now the captain's out at midfield, shaking hands in front of the officials there. Joey Mitchell, Trey Krieger, Kyle Brunsma, Bill Schiefen, and Kevin Ball. That's your law on the field tonight. As always, the reading of the officials is brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection. As you mentioned, our scoreboards updates are brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care, and we got a lot of scores to keep an eye on. Everybody wrapping up the regular year, except the Huron Tigers, of course. They'll play a regular season finale next Thursday and would learn their playoff hopes after that. Remember, next Thursday we'll have some sort of playoff football here on 1210 KOKK, so sure to stay tuned. Duffy would more than likely have an idea of what the matchup would be tomorrow, and the officials now lining them up as the Warbirds win the toss, and they will just take the football. So Wolsey Wessington will have the ball first. Warbirds offense, Cade Van Buskirk the center, Isaiah Sabalier, Damian Doris the guards. Tight end is Colin Hughes. Wideouts Ashton Hill, Peyton Rainford, Moshe Richmond. We'll see Caden Carter in and out. Caleb Richmond, the quarterback. Gabe Case at running back. Defensively for Avon, Landon Thury, Randall Powers, Trace Pelton, your front three. Linebackers are Noah Watchorn, Taryn Talsma, and Landon Mutter. Safeties, Tyler Churchma, Isaiah Meyer, and Paxton Bierma. Set for kickoff here as Avon will kick it away first. Trace Pelton will kick it away. Pelton will kick right to left as the Warbirds again elect to take the football first. Warbirds deep to return. Richmond. It's like Richmond and I think Peyton Rainford. So the officials just ready to set the football, and we will be underway as, again, Trace Pelton will kick it away for Avon right to left, and the regular season finale will be started. Well, Isaiah Meyer, one to keep an eye on for Avon. Meyer, from what I've been told, kind of a do-it-all, a little bit of everything. In fact, I think if this was a punt, we'd see him doing that. I think he's also the punter, the kick returner, the punt returner, and they're going to go sort of onside, just looking for a dead zone in there, and the Warbirds are going to get on top of it around their own 40. So Wolsey Wessington again with the ball first, left to right on your radio dial. First and 10, just shy of the 40-yard line, as Caleb Richmond and the boys trying to close them out with a victory. 4-3 on the year, a little bit of a bumpy ride, had some injury issues, some lineup changes throughout the year. They've played a good portion of the season without one of their best players, Tate French. Here's Richmond from the gun. Case to his right, a couple of receivers out there. Couple to the left as Richmond will give it off to Case, and Case bouncing, spinning, picks up about 4, maybe 5.
First play of the game is a handoff to number 3, the senior
Gabe Case.
Gains 5 yards.
Back out of the backfield. We'll see where they mark him down here. It doesn't look to me like the down marker's lining up with the official, but maybe he's waiting. It looks like he is. So about a 4-yard gain, set up a 2nd and 6 as Caleb Richmond from the gun. A wing left this time, 2 receivers right and 1 to the left, and now in motion right to left is Rainford. Richmond will fake the handoff and take off to the right, and not much there as he runs into the line, maybe a yard or so. And they'll face an early 3rd down shy of midfield. Gain of a yard will set up a 3rd and 5. So Wolsey Wessington an early 3rd down, 10:55 to play opening quarter. No score, first possession, Warbirds left to right. A receiver to the left is Moshe Richmond. A couple of receivers to the near side. Case, lone man in the backfield. Richmond from the gun on a 3rd and 5 from their own 45. Early 3rd down test for the Warbird offense. Long snap count, trying to get somebody to jump. Richmond settles in for a 2nd count. Got a little bit of time. They'll hand it off to Case. Case looking to the outside, almost to the corner. They got a hold of him, and he'll pick up about 3 or 4, but won't be enough to move the chains, and we'll see if Hooks will roll the dice early at home, and they're on about a 4th and 1, and looks like it might be go for it territory here, as I don't see anybody backing up on either side. 10:06 to play opening quarter. Bird's going to go on a 4th and 1. They'll go their own 47-yard line. Richmond up and under center. A little bit of motion by Moshe. Handoff, Case right side, ran into the line. He is awful close. They got to give him something. Oh, the officials aren't even going to measure. They're just going to say he's short. And it's Avon football. The other official coming in from the far side, is he going to want to take a look at it? It doesn't look like it. It looks like the one official on the near side just said Avon ball. And I think they want to take a look at it. I think the official on the near side was looking all the way down the field and wasn't really able to. Well, and of course he had the Pirates behind him. So if you got the Pirates behind you, maybe you just want to give the quick indication and then run to the middle and see if maybe we could talk it over, because looks like they are going to be a little bit short, but we'll let them stretch out the chains. And an early test here Boy, it's awful close. They had to look at it twice. He's having to get down on his hands and knees, and they're shy. But it must be by an inch because, again, he literally had to get down on the ground to ground level to make sure that it wasn't a first down. So it must have been about an inch shy. And Avon will take over. A little bit of early momentum, getting them to force the turnover on downs. 1st and 10, Avon already in Warbird territory at the 48, 49-yard line. So the old wishbone, Avon has, as I understand it, ran the wishbone probably longer than I've been at the radio station, which will be 20 years in the fall of next year. And they're still running it to this day. Fullback Noah Watchorn, the first carry. And the Warbirds say they got it back in a fumble, and they will. So how about that? Watchorn fumbles on the first play for Avon, and they give it right back. Wolsey Wessington 1st and 10, just shy of midfield. And the offense will get another shot. 9:39 to play opening quarter. Avon gets one play. Warbirds back on it 1st and 10. Their own 47. Richmond under center. Couple of receivers left. Case behind him. On a 1st and 10, their own 47 after the Pirate turnover. Case to carry, left side, gets through the first wave. Trying to spin off a linebacker. He'll pick up around 5 or, well, maybe 6 or 7. We'll see where they end up marking him down. As my vantage point, as you could tell by that first down earlier, sometimes looks a little deceiving. So, well, looks like pretty close to 7 yards. A nice run for Case, so 2nd and around 3. Now across midfield here, the Avon 46, and it'll be Richmond again under center, and they'll kind of bunch it up there as one receiver to the left, double end and a wing left, and Richmond again under center. Case, lone man in the backfield. Case will get the carry right side, trying to grind one out. He'll pick up maybe a yard or 2. And looks like it'll be 3rd and around 2. Eight and a half left here in the first on a Friday night. That feels kind of like football.
3rd down.
A little bit of rain here this evening and kind of in and out. It wasn't raining when I was writing the lineups down. Here's a 3rd and short. Right end and maybe another yard, but we're going to have another 4th down as Caleb Richmond picks up about a yard. Getting the lineup cards made. It wasn't raining. Then it kind of started up again. And then it died down a little bit right around kickoff, and now that drizzle's starting to pick up a little bit here as we get just past the 8-minute mark. 8 minutes to play opening quarter, and Richmond under center. They'll go for it again here on a 4th and 1. From the Pirate 44, Richmond will now back out. Case will come over, and he'll run it. And we'll have flags on the play. And I don't think he got set before he snapped the football. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty. And we'll make a 4th and 1, about a 4th and 6. That actually looks suspiciously more like 7. And we'll see if the Warbirds elect to go for it again. And they will on 4th and 7, run around midfield. Just on the Pirate side of midfield. Caleb Richmond from the gun, flex, 2 receivers each side. Got a wing left as well, and they moved again. That'll be 5 more. And we'll set up a 4th and around 11.
Offense, another 5 yards.
So we'll see now if they decide maybe to put the foot to it, and it looks like they will. Caleb Richmond backing way up.
Cross midfield to the 46.
And it looks like they will punt it here on 4th and 11 from their own 46. Richmond ready with a step or 2. He'll kick it from around his own 37 or 38-yard line. Here's the snap. Richmond a step, and we'll kick it out of bounds to the near sideline, maybe pick up a dozen or so, maybe 15. They'll mark it at right around the 45, 46, I think. Oh, it looks like right about the 45, and we'll see when they run it off here with 7:05 to play in the opening quarter. No score as the Pirates will get their second look at it. They had a fumble they lost on the first play of the last possession, and we'll now get another look here. 1st and 10. They'll go from their own 44-yard line. Paxton Bierma, the quarterback. Noah Watchorn, the fullback. Isaiah Meyer, Tyler Churchma, the running backs. And again, they have run the wishbone for quite some time. Right-hand side, Churchma will pick up maybe a yard. The linemen here, Randall Powers, the center, Caleb Wellinga, a guard, Taran Talsma, a guard, Landon Thury and Trace Pelton, the ends. We'll see Devin Rucktaschel. We'll see Alshimon Gunter. Down to 6.5 to play in the opening quarter here, and still zeros on the board. Pirates their second possession, 2nd and 9, their own 45. And the handoff this time, I think, to Meyer. And Meyer with a nice gain. He'll pick up around 15. So, again, Isaiah Meyer, one to keep an eye on tonight. And able to move him there. So, 14 will put them at the Warbird 40. Nearing the midway point here of the opening quarter. Both teams a couple of possessions. Warbirds, 1 punt, 1 turnover on downs. Avon, 1 fumble lost, and now 1 run stuffed. As a run right up the middle. Ran into, I think, Hughes. Sabalier was there, who's 80. Ethan Rarick. So Meyer, after the big gain, this time goes for 0. 2nd and 10. Avon at the Warbird 40-yard line. Paxton Bierma, the head of that wishbone. Bierma, the handoff. Meyer this time trying to go right side. And we'll pick up around 4, maybe 5. So the pickup here is 4, and will bring us to 3rd and 6. Another run by Meyer. So Meyer, 3 runs, 18 yards, as he was kind of billed as the kid to watch here for the Pirates. And again, kind of a do-it-all, as we'll punt, and we'll punt return. We'll kick return. Here's a run. Churchman to the near side, and he is tripped up by Colin Hughes. Looks like it will go for around a yard. So now a 4th and 5 or 6 here for Avon, as the Pirates will now face their first down. Or fourth down. It's 4th down. 4th down. Bierma under center. Again, the wishbone. They'll go let the fullback watch. Or nope, they pitched it outside, and a big tackle for a loss. Coming through was Hughes. Or maybe it was Moshe. Yeah, I think it was Moshe Richmond. So that one go for pretty close to -6, and we'll turn the ball over on downs. So Wolsey Wessington back in control of the football. No score here. 4:10 to play first quarter. As Caleb Richmond up and under center. A receiver left. Double end going a little more jumbo up front. As get a little room to run for Case. Here is Case. Left side. Head down into the pile. And he'll pick up around a yard or 2. Short gain on the play. I think they'll mark him down for about 2. Scoreboard updates brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care, downtown Huron. And remember, Wolsey, Woonsocket, Wessington, Spring, Sanborn Central. trying to stay unbeaten. They're out west. Or no, they're at home, actually, against Rapid City Christian. Still no score in that one. Hitchcock, Tulare, and Great Plains Lutheran tied at 8. Scoreboard updates brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care, downtown Huron. 2nd and 8, Wolsey, Wessington. Here's Rainford in motion right to left. The pitch outside is to Moshe, and he dropped it. He's got to pick it up, and that will get you nowhere, as Richmond will lose about 3. They do, however, hold on to the football for a look at it here on 3rd down. We'll go 3rd and 11, just shy of the 40. And with 3 minutes to play in quarter number 1. Here on a chilly, and it was slightly breezy. I don't know how breezy. Oh, yeah, the flag's going pretty good. Still pretty breezy down there. A little light drizzle, kind of on and off, picking up at times. Here's a 3rd and 11, just shy of the 40. Richmond under center. Moshe in motion right to left. Here's some more motion. That's Rainford. Handoff, fake to Case. Back to pass is Caleb. Caleb, a lot of time back there. Now flushed out. Now he's got to do something. He's going to take off running, and he'll throw it away. Out in hot pursuit there. Pelton from the defensive end spot, and now we have a flag. Actually, that was Landon Thury, but now we got a flag on the play, and it looks like it's going against the Warbirds. We'll see what the final decision is. 2 penalties against Wolsey Wessington tonight. 2 penalties, 5 yards apiece, and yeah, they're, I think, probably checking with Avon, seeing if they want to accept as a 3rd and 11 here, and the pink hankies out here tonight. I assume a breast cancer awareness month here. And they will decline the penalty of an ineligible receiver downfield.
4th and 11.
So we'll write it down as an incomplete pass, and it'll bring up 4th and 11, and we'll see what Hooks and the Birds want to do here. They're back inside their own 40-yard line. 2:28 to play opening quarter. No score as both teams a couple of possessions. The Warbirds now giving it up after their 3rd, and Caleb with a step or two will kick it from around his own 30-yard line. Isaiah Meyer to return will line up around his own 35. And another snap in the dirt. Nice kick will burn Meyer back to the 20. They're just going to let it bounce to around the 15. Well, that one got over Meyer, and you never know. Maybe for the better. I've heard that's one of the things he's pretty good at is the punt return. I'd like to get a look at that at some point. 2:20 to play here in the opening quarter. Sometimes the radio guy's selfish. He just wants to see some good plays. Zeros on the board right now. 2:20 to play first quarter. Avon will take back over 1st and 10 from their own 16-yard line.
Ball's on the 16-yard line.
Paxton Bierma, the quarterback, under center. That wishbone behind him, as we should come accustomed to seeing here. And Meyer going to break through the first wave and the second wave. And Meyer all the way back to Moshe Richmond, pretty close to the first down marker. See where they mark him down, put him down for either 9 or 10. Or again, my angle's off sometimes. So, yeah, it looks like closer to 8.
Gain is 8.
Yeah, we'll call that a 2nd and 2. Inside of a minute 50 left here in the first from Wolsey. No score as the Pirates get their 3rd look on offense. This will be the 3rd possession for them. Wolsey Wessington has had 3 as well. One ended in a fumble lost. Other than that, all punts or turnover on downs. And here's the run by Watchorn trying to get the big fella in for the first down, and it looks like they did. Needed 2. Yep, that's the first down. So Noah Watchorn, who lost that fumble to open the game, gets his number called again, moves the chains for Avon. Pirates will go 1st and 10, their own 26. Minute 25 left, first quarter, and again, no score as the Pirates trying to strike first The old wishbone setup. Watchhorn, that fullback, anchoring the wishbone. Here's Meyer trying to turn it outside.
Run. Left side, turn back to the middle.
And not a lot there, as the gain is maybe 2.
Gain is 3 to the 29-yard line. Second and 7.
All right, put him down for 3 on a 2nd and 7. The snap, hand off right side, and again trying to pound the middle, pick up a couple more.
Caden Carter on the stop.
And Carter over to make the tackle.
Gain of 3 to the 32-yard line.
3 more for the Pirates, now 3rd and a long 4. Final seconds of the opening quarter as Bierma the snap and the pitch, and they'll try to get Meyer to the outside on a block. Meyer head down right at the line of scrimmage. We'll lean ahead for maybe a yard or two, and we'll close out the first quarter with a short gain, and we'll come back with the Pirates 4th and short when we come back in a minute after a quarter in Wolsey. 0-0 back in 60 seconds on 12:10 KOKK.
Stop into Shooter's Saloon in Wolsey today for some good food, good drinks, and great time. Shooter's has new hours. They're open Monday through Friday, 3 to close, with the kitchen open 4 to 10. Shooter's is now open Saturdays, noon to close, with a lunch special and appetizers available noon to 4. Be sure to follow their Facebook page to find the weekly special and any drink specials they may be having. You can still get all their normal menu items like their delicious ribeye dinner. And of course, Shooter's famous homemade pizzas 4 to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Make your next stop at Shooter's Saloon in Wolsey.
Action news on the scene. Once again, a craft of some sort has crash-landed. I can see movement coming from the craft. Is it the sun? It is. It's confirmed and emerging now exactly what we thought. It is the sun. Ty Clark has just emerged from the craft. He's the son of Kent Clark. And yes, they're teaming up like Superman and Boy Wonder. Father and son finally together. Kent Clark Insurance, Wessington. Equal opportunity provider. 458-2281. For your crop insurance needs.
You're tuned to Dakota Sports on KOKK.
Welcome back to Wolsey. First quarter in the books. No score here as Wolsey Wessington hosting Avon for a regular season finale. Hitchcock-Tulare, Great Plains Lutheran, it looks like tied at 8. Trip, Delmont Armor, ACDC up 10-0 on Miller. Woonsocket, Wessington Springs, Sanborn Central, and Rapid City Christian all zeros.
Line up to punt.
Scoreboard updates brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care. And here's Meyer to punt with a step around his own 35. Pretty good kick. He'll kick it away from Moshe, and it will bounce out of bounds or right around there at the 35 or so. And looks like they'll mark around the 36, and it'll be a 1st and 10. Wolsey Wessington now moving right to left here in quarter number 2. Again, Great Plains Lutheran leading Hitchcock-Tulare 14-8. 5 minutes left in the second in that one. Trip, Delmont Armor, ACDC leading Miller Highmore Herald 10-0. Second quarter just starting. Halfway through the third, Woonsocket, Wessington Springs, Sanborn Central, and Rapid City Christian all zeros. Oldham, Ramona, Rutland 8. Iroquois Lake Preston 6. As somebody going home from that one with their first regular season win. Couple of 0-7 teams to close out the regular season. And keep an eye on your scoreboard updates brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care. Scoreboard here, all zeros. Wolsey Wessington 1st and 10, their own 37. Richmond will go from the gun. One wide each side. Man next to him is Case. Back to pass is Richmond. And now he'll take off running right side, and he'll head out of bounds after a gain of 4, maybe 5. Escorted out of bounds by a couple of Pirate defenders. And it looks like they got him around the 40, so the gain should be pretty close to 3. And we'll set up a 3rd and 7. So next Thursday night, we'll be back with playoff football. As far as what matchup, well, we don't know. We don't know the matchups yet. They'll line those up, I think, by tomorrow. You might have, Duff, you might have an announcement by tomorrow where I'm going for an opening round matchup. Here's Moshe in motion left to right. Caleb will take the snap on 2nd and 8 from their own 40, left side, and he threw it out in front of Moshe a little bit too far and incomplete. Had the near side of the field kind of open there. Moshe had the position, but again, the ball just thrown a little bit too long as the Warbirds now will look at a 3rd and around 7 from their own 40-yard line. Second quarter just underway, no score as Warbirds took the ball first, so they will give it up after the halftime break. Here's Caleb Richmond from the gun, one wide each side, and Case in the backfield. Quick pass, right side complete, and a pickup of around 4 or 5. I think that was Rainford over there. Be Rainford or Hill. And, now they're going to call it incomplete. Oh, it's a hold against Wolsey Wessington. So they will scratch the completed pass, and they will mark off 10 yards on the hold, and that'll be the 3rd penalty, 20 yards, 3rd accepted penalty against Wolsey Wessington. They did have one declined. So now a 3rd and around 18 as Richmond will go from the gun. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Case in the backfield, and now here's a little motion, and Moshe Richmond will draw a penalty flag, or I think it was him moving to the near side, but either way, I think we're going to have a false start on the Warbirds. Oh, maybe not. Looks like they're already marking it off the other way, so that'll be offsides on Avon, and will be the first accepted penalty tonight against the Pirates. Wolsey Wessington back to a 3rd and around 12 or so. Richmond from the gun. Same look. Couple of receivers to each side. Case in the backfield. Same play is now in motion. Pass over the middle is too far in front of Rainford and incomplete. So now a 4th and around 13, and I assume we'll have Richmond on to punt with 11:06 to play here in the second of what has become a bit of a defensive battle. No score here between the Warbirds and the Pirates. Richmond will punt, and nobody will return. Looks like Meyer now going to retreat. And Richmond with a step will kick it around his own 25 or 30-yard line. Low line drive, and again over Meyer's head. So this one will bounce back to the 20 inside there, and he's going to pick it up and try to get something out of it. He avoided the first 2 tackles, but there was a wave of Warbirds behind him, and not much on the return here as Avon will look at a long field for this possession. Back to their own 15-yard line. 10:53 left here in the first half. No score between Avon and Wolsey Wessington. Pirates moving left to right here in quarter number 2. Wolsey Wessington did win the toss, took the football, so they will give it up after the half. And Avon will spread things out. Birma is under center, but they'll go 2 receivers right and a lone back near side. And I thought the football was on the ground for a moment, but it appears that is not the case. And Churchman in for, I don't even think they got a yard. No, that's going to be no gain. And we'll set up second and still 10 yards. Same look. 2 receivers to the right. Birma under center. Meyer out of the backfield. This time they'll pitch it, and it got through his hands, and he'll just have to fall on it back inside the 10. And so a fumble that they will recover, but it's going to back them up, I think, to about the 5. And it's going to be third, awful close to 20. 9:40 left here in the first half as Avon having their share of miscues here on this drive. Now a third at around 17, back around their own 7. They'll give it to Meyer. Meyer following the wishbone, trying to get it outside, and he's upended after a gain of around 3 or 4 and another flag. Nope, maybe not. Pick up around 3, and now fourth and around 15 or so, and Meyer will kick it away, and Meyer will punt it from his own end zone or right about the goal line with a step or two. And Moshe to return around the 40, and the Wolsey Wessington Warbirds should be looking at pretty good field position here. 8:50 and counting to play in the first half. No score between Avon and the Warbirds. Meyer, the snap, and the kick from the end zone. Moshe at the 40, 35-30, got a block, 25, 20, nice stiff arm, trying to get to the outside. He's inside the 10. Knock him out of bounds right around there. And I don't know if we'll have a first and goal or a first and 10, but when Moshe having a quick word there after the play, I don't know.
First and goal.
Thought he got hit late or what, but it will be inside the 10, so it'll be first and goal for Wolsey Wessington, and the Warbirds now a nice opportunity to strike first. 8:34 to play in the first half as we had a scoreless opening quarter. Warbirds now threatening.
First down.
Caleb under center, Case out of the backfield, couple of receivers to the near side, Rainford, and now Moshe in motion left to right. Caleb the snap, handoff, Case right side, met at the line, nothing there for Gabe Case.
Right up the middle, no gain on the play.
Second and goal, and we'll see if they mark him back at the 10. I think they're going to. Yep, so maybe a half a yard loss on the play, but we'll get a timeout here with 8:24 to play in the first half. No score. Warbirds will go second and goal from the 10 when we come back in 30 seconds. A 30-second break, 30 seconds on KOKK.
It seems like nothing's built to last these days. Well, here's one that's built to last a long time. Portable creep feeders from Vern's Manufacturing in Wessington. These creep feeders are built with convenience and durability in mind. Feed flow is easily adjustable with an agitation bar to prevent bridging and snug-fitting lids. Portable creep feeders from Vern's Manufacturing are made locally in Wessington, South Dakota. Put a portable creep feeder from Vern's Manufacturing of Wessington into your farming operation.
You're tuned to Dakota Sports on KOKK.
And welcome back to Wolsey as we take a look at your scoreboard, brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care downtown here on Great Plains Lutheran, leading Hitchcock-Tulare 14-8. They are a minute from halftime. Trip Delmont Armor AC/DC leading Miller Highmore Herald 10-6. They got about 10 minutes to play until the half. Woonsocket, Wessington Springs, Sanborn Central, Rapid City Christian, zeros after 3 quarters in Wessington Springs. Oldham, Ramona, Rutland leading Iroquois Lake Preston 8-6 at the end of a quarter. No report from here on Mitchell yet. That is our game of the night as well over on Tiger 95. Here in Wolsey, no score. Warbirds threatening. Second and goal from the Pirate 10. Moshe in motion left to right. Caleb under center. Second and goal, right about the 10-yard line. Pass, right side, looking for Moshe. Got him near the goal line. He reaches over. Did he get in? He's awful close. And it looks like it'll be a gain of about 9. I don't know how you could get any closer there.
Short of the touchdown. Third and goal.
So the first completed pass is a big one. Sets up a third and goal at the 1. Puts Caleb now at 1 out of 3 on the night, or 1 out of 4 on the night. For those 9 yards, that one completion before was called back on a penalty. Richmond under center. Third and goal to 1. The handoff is Case, and he didn't get in.
And is stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Short loss / no gain there for Case, and now a 4th and goal.
With the Warbirds with
And looking down the sideline, it looks to be back around the 3, but looks like the Warbirds going to get another timeout. 7:26 to play first half. Tied at 0, but the Warbirds a 4th and goal from around the 3 or 4 yard line when we come back in 30 seconds. A 30-second break on 12:10 KOKK.
Hi, I am Tyson Lean. As a college wrestler, I push my body to the limit every day. But after a few injuries, I started to feel like I wasn't performing at my best. That's when I turned to Carr Chiropractic and their team of experts. Through a combination of adjustments, rehab, and natural supplements, I was able to recover faster, reduce my pain, and improve my overall performance on the mat. Whether you're an athlete or just looking to improve your health, I highly recommend giving Carr Chiropractic a try.
Dakota Sports.
Welcome back to Wolsey. Warbirds trying to knock one in. First one of the night. No score here as the Warbirds on a 4th and goal from around the 3 or 4 yard line. Caleb back from the gun. They'll line up 2 receivers left. Case, lone man in the backfield. Now a little motion again. It's Moshe left to right. Caleb the snap. He's following Case right side's got the option. Case comes in with the block. Caleb trying to dive in, and he got there, but there's a flag on the play, and I'm pretty sure this one's coming back as the officials line things up. And again, one did indicate touchdown, but the flag came from the far side of the field and generally indicating a hold of some sort, but we'll wait and see what the official says, and that's exactly what he says. So the touchdown waved as the Warbirds take their 4th penalty of the night. 4 penalties, 30 yards. And that one really hurts. Sends you from a touchdown to a 4th and goal from about the 13.
For the Warbirds from the 13.
7:20 now to play in the first half as Warbirds took the football to open this game, so they will kick it away to Avon to start the second half. And, of course, a lot of time yet to be played here in the first half, and Caleb and the boys will have to do it again on a 4th and goal from the 13. Moshe again in motion, again left to right.
Flag.
And another flag. And I assume that'll be a false start, and that'll be 5 more. So 5 penalties,
Back up 5 yards to the 18.
35 yards, accepted, I guess, because they had one that was declined. Avon 1 penalty so far as the pink flags tonight haven't got a ton of use here in the first half, but Wolsey Wessington probably would have liked to see a little smaller number. Now a 4th and goal from the 18. Caleb again from the gun, looking to air it out. Fakes right, sets again. Now he's running to the outside, wings it. Back of the end zone, incomplete, but another flag. And pass interference is all the Warbirds can hope for on that one, I think. But we'll wait and see what the officials have to say, because, again, it could be offensive. Oh, no, it looks like it's going to go against Avon. Is one of the Avon defensive backs right now was doing the why me. I'm pretty sure this one will go against the Pirates, but we'll wait and see what the officials have to say. He'll go pick up the hanky, and it will be defensive holding. Oh, and an illegal man downfield, so offsetting penalties, and we will do it again. 4th and goal from the 18.
Penalties offset. We will replay 4th down.
So 4th and goal. Warbirds at the Avon 18. 6:38 left here in the second quarter. No score as the Warbirds were set up to strike first. A 3rd and goal from the 2, but have since seen that backed all the way up to a 4th and goal at the 18. Have had a touchdown called back on a penalty. And Caleb will now go on a 4th and goal from the 18. Richmond left to right. Now here's Case in motion. He'll come back to the backfield, fake the handoff. Caleb to pass, flushed out of the pocket. Running near side. A lot of them in hot pursuit. He's got to give it up and does, and the pass is incomplete. And we'll wait for penalty flags, and there are none, and that will be a... Uh-oh. There was a flag.
North side of the field.
So we'll wait for the officials to hash that one out, and I think... Oh, it's an illegal shift, so that'll just be declined and a turnover on downs.
On the offense, illegal motion that will be declined.
So the turnover on downs as the Wolsey Wessington Warbirds come up empty, and the Avon Pirates will take over first and 10, their own 18. Midway point of the second, and no score here in Wolsey. We'll take a look at your scoreboard updates as soon as they become, or as soon as a break, I guess, becomes available. Still no update on that Tiger score. We'll try to get you something there. That is our game of the night on Tiger 95, coming to you live from Tiger Stadium. Patriots are down big, 22-8. They're almost to halftime there. Miller, Highmore, Herald leading 16-6. Rapid City Christian scored, so they're leading the Blackhawks 7-0. And Oldham, Ramona, Rutland now 16-12 over Iroquois Lake Preston. That quick update brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care. Zeros here in Wolsey, first and 10, their own 18. Here's Meyer trying to turn the corner, and does. He's out across the 40, and I think he stepped out of bounds. Or excuse me, out across the 30, but I think he stepped out of bounds way back around the 20-something, and then they got a penalty too.
On the run side of the field.
So I'm going to wait on this one. Meyer, decent run. They did blow it dead early, so a hold on Avon.
On the offense.
And so the Pirates will see their second accepted penalty. 2 penalties, 15 yards tonight against Avon. Midway point of the second quarter, 5:58 left here in the half. Remember, at halftime, we'll get a better look at that scoreboard. We'll add up my unofficial statistics, and we'll have you ready for a second half of football. Paxton Bierma under center, back to the wishbone. Fake one way, Meyer the other way, and not fooled is the Wolsey Wessington defense. I just want to see if it's no gain or a loss, and it's going to go for a loss of a couple. So third and pretty close to 21. They need to just shy of the 30-yard line, and they'll go from about the 9. And now they'll spread things out again. 2 receivers to the right. Meyer, the lone man in the backfield. He'll get the pitch. And he didn't get a block, and again he's dropped in the backfield. Looking for that block from Churchma, but his man forced him all the way outside, and Moshe able to come over and make the stop. So this will go for a loss of another yard, and with that penalty on top of it, the Pirates are going to play on a third and pretty close to 22 or 23 yards. So Avon, the long third down, also back around their own 8 here, so not go for it territory here, as you got to get all of it, or more than likely punt. And now we got some headlights on in the end zone, and there we go. There we got it figured out. And we'll get back to play here. They'll set the football, and the Pirates here looking at this third and a mile, and Meyer breaks through that first wave, and they got him in the linebackers, and boy, a lucky thing they did is he was just starting to accelerate. Picks up here around 9 or 10. But we'll still leave it at around a 4th and 12 or 13, and Meyer will punt it away. Moshe line up at midfield. Meyer with a step or two will kick it around his own 10 or so. And I don't know if they're just wasting time here or what, but yep, They were burning it down as long as they could, and then they'll take a timeout. 3:27 to play here, first half. The Pirates will punt, 4th and 13 from their own 17 when we come back in 30 seconds. A 30-second timeout on 12:10 KOKK.
Truly the right home. This is Reg Kleinsasser with the Real Estate Connection. First, can you afford it? Beyond the purchase price, you need to consider utility costs, maintenance costs, and property taxes. All of these factors add to the actual cost of a new home. Does the home meet your needs? Buying a large house when your kids are heading off to college in a few years, or paying for a view of the lake when you are hardly home, probably doesn't make sense. At the Real Estate Connection, we are dedicated to helping you find a home that meets your needs without breaking your budget. We're ready to help you find the right home today. Give us a call, 352-1300, or visit our website, realestatehuron.com.
You're tuned to Dakota Sports.
Welcome back to Wolsey. 3:27 remaining here in the first half. Pirates ready to punt on a 4th and 13 from their own 17. As Isaiah Meyer with a step or so around his own 10. And a nice punt. They're going to back Moshe up, and he's just going to let it bounce, and that'll take a big Pirate hop back inside the 35-yard line. So, battle of the punters tonight, as both punters have kind of fooled the return men, minus that one return by Richmond. Scoreboard updates brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care. No score here, 3:18 to play in the first half. No report yet from Huron Mitchell. Great Plains Lutheran leading Hitchcock-Tulare 22-8 at half. Trip Delmont Armor AC/DC leading Miller Highmore Herald 16-6. They're nearing half. 5 minutes left to play. Rapid City Christian has a 7-0 lead on the Blackhawks of Woonsocket, Wessington Spring, Sanborn Central. And Oldham Ramona Rutland leading Iroquois Lake Preston 16-12. They still got about 8 minutes to play in the first half.
First down.
Scoreboard updates brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care. Well, Richmond and the boys trying to update this scoreboard as he will take the run himself to the far sideline and gain of around a yard or two. Well, one thing that won't take very long to open up the halftime report will be the scoring summary, as we have none of those thus far. 2nd and 9, Wolsey Wessington, their own 34-35. Caleb from the gun, and they'll spread them out. 3 receivers right, 1 left, and now the man in motion coming across will get the carry. That's Case, and that is sniffed out. Nothing there, but a flag comes in.
No gain on the play, a flag.
And we'll see if this is yet another hold. Just waiting for the official to give us some sort of indication. Now they're walking the other way, but it is a hold against the Warbirds. So for the Warbirds, their 6th accepted penalty.
Mark off for 10 yards.
6 penalties, 45 yards. And a couple declined as well, and 1 offsetting. So it has just not been a very good first half.
2nd down and 19.
For the Hankies against the Warbirds. Pink Hankies tonight, by the way, here for a regular season finale. Caleb from the gun, they'll empty it out. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left, and a wing left as well. Caleb on a 2nd and 19 from their own 25. Back to passes. Richmond quickly flushed out. Richmond on the run. Throws it over the middle. Pass is complete at midfield and down to the 40-yard line to Peyton Rainford.
The junior, number 2, Peyton Rainford.
So let's see. 25-35 on the connection to Rainford. And puts Richmond at 2 out of 6 for 44 yards. Warbirds, more importantly, in business with 2:30 to play in the first half, and will give the football back to Avon to start the second half. So definitely would love nothing more than to punch one through here. A couple of receivers near side, 1 far side. Richmond from the gun, a wing left as well. On a 1st and 10, Richmond fakes the pass, takes off running. He is spun around after a gain of around 4, and it looks like he'll lean in for maybe 1 more. And nope, they're going to call it 4, 2nd and 6.
4-yard gain on the Caleb Richmond runs. Second down and 6.
Clock winding, minute 45 left here
On the 36-yard line.
in the first half. Warbirds have one timeout left. Second and around 6 from the Avon 36. Again, Caleb from the gun, and again, the flex. 2 wide each side, and a wing left is Case. Back to pass is Richmond. Caleb flushed out of the pocket, now running. He's got some room. He's got the first down and then some inside the 30. And we'll see where they mark him down. Boy, they're still running. Oh, around the 25. So a nice gain there of around 9 for Richmond, and that'll get them a fresh set of downs. Coming up on 8 o'clock, you're listening to high school football on 1210 AM, KOKK in Huron, a Riverfront broadcasting station. High school football tonight, Wolsey Wessington hosting Avon for a regular season finale. No score, 90 seconds to play in the half. Warbirds with the football, trying to march one down before the break. Caleb setting up the screen, pass complete over the middle. Ditches the first man, nice stiff arm, trying to get to the outside, and they will pick up a handful in the pass to Colin Hughes.
Colin Hughes, a first down for the Warbirds.
Oh, it will be a first down. So I was 1 hash mark off. So instead of around 5, that's 11. And will be a 1st and 10. And back-to-back completions for Caleb Richmond. And he needed them. He was 1 of 4 before that. Here's a quick pass right side, Rainford. Rainford running for the pylon. Collision at the goal line, and he's in.
Touchdown.
From 11 yards out.
Peyton Rainford.
And the first touchdown of the night will come with 44 seconds to play in the first half. As Rainford lowers the boom at the goal line and punches it in.
Comes with 44 seconds to play.
And now they will
11-yard touchdown pass.
line up for 2, and they will go with 2 receivers to each side, empty backfield, and here's a little motion. It's Case left to right, and Richmond with the option, and he shovels it forward. It's close, but it's not in. 44 seconds to play first half, 6-0 Warbirds. We're back in a minute, 60 seconds on KOKK.
Provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season.
Brushing up? Bettering yourself? Or pursuing a degree? Huron Community Campus offers in-person classes at just $40 per credit hour plus fees. HCC offers courses through Northern State University, offering quality education at an exceptional value. To learn more, call Huron Community Campus at 605-353-8518. That's 605-353-8518.
Your headquarters for sports is Dakota Sports on KOKK.
And welcome back to Wolsey as the Warbirds strike first here on a Parents' Night Friday night. Also a regular season finale here as the Warbirds at 4-3, the Pirates at 5-2. Well, both teams had their opportunities in the first half. The Warbirds had a 4th and goal on the 1 and did not end up punching that one in. Avon was inside the 21, did not come up with any points on that one. Warbirds get one just before the break and now set to kick it away right to left is Wolsey Wessington now with a 6-0 lead, and they will kick it in the dirt, and the Pirates will get on top of it. So they'll go 1st and 10 from their own 45. As Avon will have a couple of plays here. They do have 2 timeouts. They have 42 seconds to work with, and of course, for Wolsey Wessington, the way this first half went, is the only thing that you cannot do is give up points here. And the defense has stood pat for a good majority of this evening. Have given up just a handful of plays, big plays, and now somebody moved, and we'll have 5 yards ran off against Avon. We'll just stop and make sure it's 5, but I'm sure that's what it is. Yep, false start will be the third penalty against the Pirates. 3 penalties, 20 yards against the visiting Pirates. So now a 1st and 15, their own 40. 42 seconds to play first half. Warbirds lead 6-0. And Avon here with 42 seconds to run off here before the halftime break, and then they will get it back after the half. Here's Birma under center. Now the I formation behind him and a couple of receivers to the left. They'll give it off to Meyer, trying to get a block, but he didn't get one. Spilled after a gain of around a yard or so.
Colin Hughes on the stop, a gain of a yard.
And we'll get a timeout here from Avon with 21 seconds to play in the half. We'll take 30 seconds of it, come back and update the scoreboard back in 30 seconds on KOKK.
30 stores in 12 states, Slumberland has the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Slumberland is America's #1 dealer for Lazy Boy furniture. Slumberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Slumberland of Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made up entirely of your neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, along with truly local service, turn to Slumberland Furniture of Huron.
You're tuned to Dakota Sports on KOKK.
Welcome back to Wolsey. 21 seconds to play here in the first half, and we got a bunch of games that have gone to halftime. The Tigers are up 13-7 on Mitchell at the break, and they're ready to get back at it here on a 2nd and 14. We'll get a look at your scoreboard a little bit later here. 21 seconds to play until half. We'll definitely get a look at it then. Here's Meyer. Again, he got through that first wave, tried to spin off the second tackle, pickup of around 8. And they will get another timeout. We'll get another 30-second break, come back and update that scoreboard. 30 seconds, 30-second break on KOKK.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Dairy Queen's ice cream, of course. Get your favorite cool treats at Dairy Queen of Huron. Get a chocolate-dipped cone, a dilly bar, hot fudge sundae, or their famous DQ blizzards. And for parties, anniversaries, or any occasion, order a DQ cake or a DQ blizzard cake. Dairy Queen of Huron is open every day of the week. Drive up, carry out, or dine in. Dairy Queen of Huron. Hot eats and cool treats.
Dakota Sports is committed to excellence in sports broadcasting.
Welcome back to Wolsey. 10 seconds now to play in the half. A 3rd and 5 Avon for midfield. Avon will get the ball after the halftime break. Wolsey Wessington did score the game's only touchdown. They lead 6-0. Here's Birma under center. I formation. A couple of receivers left. They'll go Meyer again, looking for the block, and bumped out of bounds after a gain of around 5. And he might have the first down here, but we'll see what the officials say. And it looks like they're just shy. Yeah, they'll be just shy. So we'll put him down for 4, and it'll be a 4th and 1. And he did get out of bounds, so 6 seconds to play here in the half. No timeouts left for the Pirates. And they'll have one more play here before the break. At halftime, we'll take a look at the statistics from the first half of play. We'll get a look at your updated scoreboard. We do have a Tiger update. They are leading at the half. We'll get a final on Woonsocket, Wessington, Spring, Sanborn Central. They started at 6 o'clock. And they'll try Meyer one more time. Turns the corner at the 45, the 40, and tried the stiff arm, tripped up. Did get the first down and will pick up pretty close to 10 yards, but that will close out the first half here in Wolsey. At the break, the hometown Warbirds trying to end the regular season with a victory, get to 5-3. Pirates come to town already with 5 wins. Looking to close out strong on the road. The Warbirds lead at the half, 6-0. We're back with a halftime show in 3 minutes. A 3-minute break on 1210 KOKK.
Do you know what your cattle are eating? Are they growing like you expect? At Dakota Land Feeds, their experienced feed consultants can help you be sure your cattle are getting everything they need to perform and what will help you increase your bottom line. Let Dakota Land Feeds help formulate the right ration to fit the needs of your cattle, whether you have growing calves, feedlot cattle, yearlings, or beef cows. Dakota Land Feeds has feed consultants across the territory to help serve you. See your local Dakota Land Feeds dealer today.
The 2023 model year-end kickoff is on at Olympic Chevrolet Buick GMC in Huron. This is a once-a-year opportunity for savings like these. New Buick Encore GX now $28,941, save over $2,200. Get a powerful Chevy 1500 Crew Cab now $49,518, save over $6375. Drive home a new GMC 1500 Crew Cab now $48,25, save $5250. Hurry, the clock is ticking. It's the 2023 model year-end kickoff at the new Olympic Chevrolet Buick GMC in Huron. New name, same great service.
Are you ready for a new era in orthopedic care? HRMC introduces Dr. Kevin Hofer, a proud Huron native, bringing revolutionary orthopedic care to our community. Dr. Hofer offers expertise in robotic-assisted surgery for less pain and a faster recovery. Superior orthopedic care is available locally. Join us in welcoming Dr. Hofer and embracing the future of orthopedics. HRMC, the right care is right here.
Onward Wolsey Business Association supports all activities of Wolsey Wessington School. Onward Wolsey includes 281 Travel Center, Roll and Wheel Restaurant, American Trust Insurance, American Bank and Trust, Buzzin' Coffee, McGilvery Heating and Cooling, Mid-Dakota, Pullman Well Drilling, and Cane Creek Outfitters. Best of luck to the Warbirds from Onward Wolsey Business Association.
American Family Insurance.
This is Crystal Volkwartson, agent at Volkwartson & Associates, Inc. As your American Family Insurance agent in Huron and Miller, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. Call me today at 605-352-4943 and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Stop into Shooter's Saloon in Wolsey today for some good food, good drinks, and great time. Shooter's has new hours. They're open Monday through Friday, 3 to close, with the kitchen open 4 to 10. Shooter's is now open Saturdays, noon to close, with a lunch special and appetizers available noon to 4. Be sure to follow their Facebook page to find the weekly special and any drink specials they may be having. You can still get all their normal menu items like their delicious ribeye dinner and, of course, Shooter's famous homemade pizzas 4 to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Make your next stop at Shooter's Saloon in Wolsey.
This is Dakota Sports, committed to excellence in sports broadcasting. It's halftime.
It is halftime, and welcome back to Wolsey as the Wolsey Wessington Warbirds here leading at the break by a score of 6-0. And as always, we start off our halftime show with a scoring summary. And as I mentioned before the break, won't take long to finish this one up. As, again, a 6-0 score at the half. Our lone score came with 44 seconds to play in the first half. It was an 11-yard pass, Caleb Richmond to Peyton Rainford. The 2-point run failed, and that is our first half score. Wolsey Wessington 6, Avon nothing. Scoreboard updates are brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care, downtown Huron. We did get a scoreboard update on the Huron Tigers as they are at the half over on 1340 KIJV and Tiger 95. And at the break, Huron leading Mitchell 13-7. Great Plains Lutheran on top of Hitchcock Tulare 22-8 at the half. Wolsey Wessington leading Avon 6-0 here at the half. Trip Delmont Armor AC/DC up 24-6 on Miller Highmore Herald with under a minute to play. The Blackhawks of Woonsocket Weston and Spring Sanborn Central suffered their first loss of the year as they lost to Rapid City Christian tonight at home 7-0. And Oldham Ramona Rutland leading Iroquois Lake Preston at the half in Ramona 16-12, and a couple of 0-7 teams there. So somebody going to close out the regular season with the first win of the year there in Ramona. And right now, Oldham Ramona Rutland leading Iroquois Lake Preston 16-12. Again, here in Wolsey, the Warbirds lead Avon 6-0. Send it back to the studios for another 3-minute timeout. Come back with statistics from the first half of play here in Wolsey. At the break, the hometown Warbirds 6, the visiting Avon Pirates nothing. 3 minutes to more halftime show on 1210 KOKK.
Once again, a craft of some sort has crash landed. I can see movement coming from the craft. Is it the sun? It is. It's confirmed and emerging now exactly what we thought. It is the sun. Ty Clark has just emerged from the craft. He's the son of Kent Clark. And yes, they're teaming up like Superman and Boy Wonder. Father and son finally together. Kent Clark Insurance, Wessington. Equal opportunity provider. 458-2281 for your crop insurance needs.
It seems like nothing's built to last these days. Well, here's one that's built to last a long time. Portable creep feeders from Vern's Manufacturing in Wessington. These creep feeders are built with convenience and durability in mind. Feed flow is easily adjustable with an agitation bar to prevent bridging and snug-fitting lids. Portable creep feeders from Vern's Manufacturing are made locally in Wessington, South Dakota. Put a portable creep feeder from Vern's Manufacturing of Wessington into your farming operation.
Onward Wolsey Business Association supports all activities of Wolsey Wessington School. Onward Wolsey Business Association includes Sandy's Cut and Curl, Santel Communications, Agtegra of Wolsey, Shooter Saloon, Dakota Environmental, H&S Heating and Cooling, Wolsey Wessington School, and the City of Wolsey. Best of luck to the Warbirds from Onward Wolsey Business Association.
American Family Insurance.
This is Crystal Volkwartson, agent at Volkwartson & Associates, Inc. As your American Family Insurance agent in Huron and Miller, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. Call me today at 605-352-4943, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Stop into Shooter Saloon in Wolsey today for some good food, good drinks, and great time. Shooters has new hours. They're open Monday through Friday, 3 to close, with the kitchen open 4 to 10. Shooters is now open Saturdays, noon to close, with a lunch special and appetizers available noon to 4. Be sure to follow their Facebook page to find the weekly special and any drink specials they may be having. You can still get all their normal menu items like their delicious ribeye dinner and, of course, Shooter's famous homemade pizzas 4 to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Make your next stop at Shooter's Saloon in Wolsey.
Action news on the scene. Once again, a craft of some sort has crash landed. I can see movement coming from the craft. Is it the sun? It is. It's confirmed and emerging now exactly what we thought. It is the sun. Ty Clark has just emerged from the craft. He's the son of Kent Clark. And yes, they're teaming up like Superman and Boy Wonder. Father and son finally together. Kent Clark Insurance, Wessington. Equal opportunity provider. 458-2281 for your crop insurance.
Dakota Sports.
Welcome back to Wolsey halftime. Wolsey Wessington leading Avon 6-0. Scoreboard updates brought to you by Lori and Kylie at the Mirror. Mirror Family Hair Care, downtown Huron, offering cuts, colors, waxes, perms, hair treatment, shampoo sets, eyelash extensions. Stop in or call 605-883-HAIR. And again, for an appointment at the Mirror, call Lori at 605-883-HAIR. Or call or text Kylie at 605-553-1628. The Mirror does accept walk-ins. The Mirror Family Hair Care, 35 4th Street Southeast, downtown Huron. They bring us our scoreboard updates. Huron leading Mitchell 13-7 at the half. Great Plains Lutheran leading Hitchcock-Tulare 22-14. They got about 8 minutes left to play in the third of that one. Trip Delmont Armor AC/DC up 24-6 on Miller Highmore Herald at the half. Also at the half, Oldham Ramona Rutland leading Iroquois Lake Preston 16-12. And Woonsocket Wessington Spring Sanborn Central takes their first loss of the season to Rapid City Christian at home. The final there 7-0. So those are your scoreboard updates, and they are brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care, downtown Huron. Here in Wolsey, a 6-0 Warbird lead as we take a look at the numbers. First of all, for the visiting Pirates, the passing game 0 for 0 for 0. No interceptions, though. Avon, again, has not thrown a pass tonight. They've ran 21 plays, 21 rushes. Isaiah Meyer is 14 carries for 58 yards. He leads the rushing. He did fumble, but he did recover it. Noah Watchorn, 2 totes, 2 carries, a fumble that he lost. And Tyler Churchman, 5 carries for a yard, as this Wolsey Wessington defense has not given up much tonight. Avon, 3 penalties, 20 yards against them. Again, 58-61 on the ground, no passing yards, 20 penalty yards against the Avon Pirates. For the Warbirds here at home tonight, Caleb Richmond, 4 of 8, 66 yards and a touchdown. Moshe has a catch for 9. Peyton Rainford, 2 for 46 and a score. And Colin Hughes, a catch for 11. Again, Caleb Richmond, 4 of 8, 66 and a touchdown. Peyton Rainford, your leading receiver, 2 catches, 46 yards, and the game's only score. On the ground, Moshe, 1 carry for -3 and a fumble that they did recover. Caleb Richmond, 6 carries, 19 yards, and Gabe Case, 9 carries, 16 yards. As again, Avon hasn't given up much either. They gave up a pass of 35, 2 passes of 11, one of those a touchdown. Other than that, a run of 7, a run of 9, and no numbers bigger than 3 or 4 yards for either team, really, the entire night. 6 penalties for 45 yards against the hometown Warbirds. Wolsey Wessington around 30 or 35 on the ground, 66 through the air, and the game's only touchdown. And peel off the 45 penalty yards. And don't have any numbers that'll knock your socks off here tonight, but the Warbirds are in the lead here in the regular season finale. At the break, they lead 6-0. Back to the studios here for another 3-minute timeout. We'll come back and be about a minute away from the second half. We'll get one more check of that scoreboard, make sure nobody has scored or gone to halftime here since we took our last look at the scoreboard. And we'll get ready for a second half here in Wolsey. Again at the break, Wolsey Wessington 6, Avon 0. Back to the studios for 3 minutes, and we'll close out the halftime show. 3 minutes on 1210 KOKK.
Built to last these days? Well, here's one that's built to last a long time. Portable creep feeders from Vern's Manufacturing in Wessington. These creep feeders are built with convenience and durability in mind. Feed flow is easily adjustable with an agitation bar to prevent bridging and snug-fitting lids. Portable creep feeders from Vern's Manufacturing are made locally in Wessington, South Dakota. Put a portable creep feeder from Vern's Manufacturing of Wessington into your farming operation.
When is the right home truly the right home? This is Reg Kleinsasser with the Real Estate Connection. First, can you afford it? Beyond the purchase price, you need to consider utility costs, maintenance costs, and property taxes. All of these factors add to the actual cost of a new home. Does the home meet your needs? Buying a large house when your kids are heading off to college in a few years, or paying for a view of the lake when you are hardly home probably doesn't make sense. At the Real Estate Connection, we are dedicated to helping you find a home that meets your needs without breaking your budget. We're ready to help you find the right home today. Give us a call, 352-1300, or visit our website, realestatehuron.com.
Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season.
Brushing up? Bettering yourself? Or pursuing a degree? Huron Community Campus offers in-person classes at just $40 per credit hour plus fees. HCC offers courses through Northern State University, offering quality education at an exceptional value. To learn more, call Huron Community Campus at 605-353-8518. That's 605-353-8518.
With nearly 130 stores in 12 states, Slumberland has the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Slumberland is America's #1 dealer for lazy boy furniture. Yep. Slumberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Seawood, Simmons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Slumberland of Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made up entirely of your neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, along with truly local service, turn to Slumberland Furniture of Huron.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Dairy Queen's ice cream, of course. Get your favorite cool treats at Dairy Queen of Huron. Get a chocolate-dipped cone, a dilly bar, hot fudge sundae, or their famous DQ blizzards. And for parties, anniversaries, or any occasion, order a DQ cake or a DQ blizzard cake. Dairy Queen of Huron is open every day of the week. Drive up, carry out, or dine in. Dairy Queen of Huron. Hot eats and cool treats.
You're tuned to Dakota Sports on KOKK.
And welcome back to Wolsey. Set for a second half of football between the Avon Pirates, the Wolsey Wessington Warbirds. Well, Avon held to, under 50 yards when you take off the penalty yards for sure. Warbirds probably around 60 or so once you peel off the penalty yards. But they got the big one, that 11-yard touchdown. Caleb Richmond started off this game 0 for 3 and then 1 for 4 for 4 yards and ended up by the break 4 out of 8, 66 and a touchdown. Had completions of 35, 11, and 11 on his last 3 completions, one of those being that touchdown to Rainford that brought us to this 6-0 lead. Warbirds set to kick it away to start the second half. Carter will kick right to left, and
Start the second half for the Warbirds.
Meyer back to return will line up around his own 20. And the run up and the kick is another squibber, and Avon will get on top of it around the 42 or so.
No return.
So Avon will get a chance first here to even things up to start the second half as the Warbirds. That 6-0 lead down in the final minute of the first half. And Avon navigating away from the wishbone a little bit at times in that second quarter. Back to it here to start the third. Bierma under center. Watchorn the fullback. Split backs are Churchma and Meyer. Fullback Watchorn right up the middle and busted through that first wave. Got all the way back to the secondary. He'll pick up 9 or pretty close to 10 as Avon catching the Warbirds off guard a little bit there to start the second half.
47-yard line. And a Pirate first down.
That'll move the chains for Avon. Watchorn now 3 carries, 14 yards and a fumble. They did lose. That was their very first play from scrimmage. Wishbone again, a 1st and 10 again, this time in Warbird territory at the 47. It's Watchorn again, dives ahead for around 4. So the Pirates will go to the fullback on back-to-back carries to start the second half. Pick up his 4, 2nd and 6 now from the Warbird 44. Bierma again under center. Wishbone just underway in the second half. Warbirds 6, Pirates nothing. Here's the handoff. Meyer trying to get the corner, and he got the block and the corner, and he's gone for the touchdown. But there's a flag on the play, and I think this one is coming back. Unofficially, a 44-yard Meyer touchdown, but the official has a flag down at the line of scrimmage, and yeah, everybody's coming back. I'm pretty sure this one will get waived, and it'll be a hold against Avon. So Avon will see their first penalty of the second half, 4th of the game, 4 penalties, 30 yards. And again, for the second time tonight, we have a touchdown called back on a penalty, now 1 for the Warbirds and now 1 for the Pirates. So for Avon, this will back them up to their own 47-yard line.
46-yard line.
And we'll need here 13, 15 or so to move the chain. So a 2nd and long back on their own side of midfield. And Bierma under center, Wishbone again. Again, it's Meyer near side. And again, he got through that first wave, got tripped up by Case and brought down by Carter and Moshe. The pickup here is around 4 or 5.
Close to the original line of scrimmage. Call it 3rd and 11.
So 3rd and around 11 as, again, the 44-yard touchdown run called back on a penalty. That has happened to both teams once tonight. 10 minutes to play here in the third. Warbirds 6-0. Pirates with their first possession of the half. Now on a 3rd and 11. They go to Meyer again, far side. Again, trying to get the corner, and this time tripped up and dropped. Not much there. Meyer maybe a yard. And that'll set up 4th and more than 10, and might be go for it territory here. We'll see what Coach Lucas decides to do. They are across midfield. Warbird 48-yard line. And See if they elect to go for it and lean on the D a little bit if they don't get it, or maybe try to pin the Warbirds back. And it looks like they're going to go for it here.
Pirates line up to go for it on fourth down.
So a 4th and 11, and the Pirates will go for it here, the 48-yard line, with the option is Bierma, and he is tripped up after a gain of around 2 or 3.
On the stop, turnover on downs, Wolsey, Wessington.
And the turnover on downs back to
46-yard line.
the Warbirds. So Wolsey Wessington takes that 6-0 lead right before the break and shuts down the Pirates to start the second half. So they'll get it back 1st and 10, just shy of midfield, their own 46-yard line. Warbirds just inside of 9 minutes remaining in the third. Wolsey Wessington trying to pick up their 5th win of the year. They come in 4-3. Here's Richmond under center. Lone man in the backfield is Case. Richmond lined up. Moshe has a wing to the left. Case will get the carry. Got the block. Trying to get to the outside. Got spun around. Picks up around 6 or 7. Pretty decent gain there for the Warbirds. Case will pick up around 7. We'll see where they mark him down. Actually, that looks like that might be closer to 8. Nope, 7 yards, 2nd and 3. Case on the night, 10th carry. 10 carries, 23 yards. Landon Mutter over to make the stop as the Warbirds do go for 6. 2nd and around 3. Caleb Richmond from the gun. A receiver left is Moshe. 2 receivers to the right. And here comes Rainford in motion right to left. The snap and the fake handoff to Case, and all over him. They set up the screen, complete to Hughes. They got the first down, and another yard or 2 on top of it as somebody got Hughes by the foot trying to get away from him, and they end up coming over and finishing him off. But they do get the yards they need. And the first down will be to the Avon 42. So 1st and 10, Wolsey Wessington starting to chip away a little bit at this Avon D. They broke through late in the second. Now another first down, 1st and 10 from the Avon 42. Richmond from the gun, a receiver left, 2 receivers right. Same look, Case out of the backfield. Moshe now in motion left to right, and they'll swing it over to him on the far side of the field. Moshe in the open field, able to slip 1 tackle, now 2 tackles, and he'll pick up around 7 or 8. So the Warbirds starting to get things going here on this first drive of the second half. And again, after punching 1 through right before the break, want to get a little momentum here at home. The pickup is around 5, sets up a 2nd and 5. And Caleb Richmond, after a 0 for 3 start, has now completed his last 5 passes, one of them being for a touchdown. Now a 2nd and 5. Around the Avon 37, back to passes. Caleb Richmond looking over the middle, fires, passes, tipped it incomplete. Had his man, Rainford, there over the middle. And in fact, that might be one where Peyton goes back to the huddle and says, give me another one of those. That one's on me. I don't know if there's a little miscommunication anywhere. Peyton, the only one in the area there, got him out in front of him, and now we'll have an illegal shift anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. First penalty of the second half on Wolsey Wessington, 7th overall, 7 penalties, 50 yards tonight against the Warbirds. So that will turn it into a 2nd and around 8 or 9. Caleb again from the gun, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Case lone man in the backfield. Moshe will now split out wide left, and Caleb back to pass on a 3rd and 9. Caleb scrambling around, looks for the outside, nearly sacked, and will throw it away. So that'll stop the clock with 7:02 remaining in the third, and we'll make it 3rd and 9 Wolsey Wessington. They'll go from the Avon 41. Warbirds, a little momentum to start the third as they closed out the second with the game's only score. This Long third down will go a long way towards getting that going in your direction. Here's a flex again, 2 wide each side. In fact, 3 to the near side as Gabe Case comes out as a receiver. And now he is in motion back into the backfield. They'll fake the handoff. And Caleb flushed out of the pocket, running down the field, looking to dump it off. Tried to get it to Hughes right at the first down marker, and it's incomplete. So that'll make it 4th and 9. They are at the Avon 41, so we'll see. More than likely go for it territory here. As looks like that's how the Warbirds will line up. And they will on a 4th and 9 from the Avon 41. Caleb from the gun, 2 receivers left, a wing left, and a receiver to the right is Rainford.
41-yard line.
Caleb, the snap, back to pass, quickly flushed out and sacked.
Richmond taken down.
Be a loss of 6 or 7. The sack there. I think maybe, I don't know, maybe tells me either way. The sack goes for -7 and turns it back over to Avon. And the teams were ready to go. The officials, though, have to set the football. There we go. There we go. They set it down, and Avon ready on a 1st and 10, their own 45. Bierma under center, back to the wishbone. Fullback, outside, 1 man left to beat. He got through him, and it slowed him down just enough for a couple more to catch up as Noah Watchorn, for the 3rd time tonight, just about breaking loose for a touchdown. Nice gain there, pretty close to 15 for the fullback, and a fresh set of downs for Avon. 1st and 10, Warbird 40. 6.5 left, 3rd quarter, 6-0 Wolsey Wessington. Again, Bierma under center, again the wishbone, and again Watchorn. This time spun around at the line, leans in for a couple. Set up a 2nd and around 7 or 8 as we reach the midway point of quarter number 3.
7. 37-yard line.
Gain is 3. Avon left to right here for the 3rd quarter as we get inside of 6 minutes left in the 3rd as Bierma up and under center on a 2nd and around 7 from the Warbird 37, and they'll go to Watchorn again. Left side, head down, follows the guard, pick up a few more. And they've got him in for around 3 more. And we'll bring up 3rd and around 4. Avon around the Wolsey Wessington 33, 34-yard line. 5:20 to play 3rd quarter. Warbirds have the game's only touchdown, 6-0. Avon trying to convert on a 3rd and 4. They'll give it to Meyer. Meyer trying to get the corner, tripped up, and actually that was, I think, Churchma. And a flag coming out of the backfield anyway. It won't matter. The officials say a hold. So now 5 penalties, 40 yards against the Pirates. 2 for 10 here, both holds in the 2nd half. And so that'll make a 3rd and 4 around a 3rd and 13 or 14. Well, about 13. And Bierma again under center in front of the wishbone as they have gone back to that to start the 2nd half of play. And here's Meyer trying to get it to the outside. He got tripped up at the line, stumbling ahead for a gain of around 8 or so. So got some of it back. And we'll be looking at a 4th and around 5 after the gain of around 8. Actually, it looks closer to 6. 4.5 left, 3rd quarter. As the Warbirds holding on to a 6-0 lead here at home, trying to close out the regular season with their 5th victory. Back to the wishbone on 4th and 5. They fake the handoff and out to pass for the first time tonight. Pass right side is either intercepted or incomplete, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Richmond.
Richmond is out of bounds.
So let's see. Number 7, an INT for number 1, Caleb Richmond. And then Caleb will go back to helming this Warbird team as it'll go 1st and 10 from their own 29. 4:14 left in the third. 6-0 Wolsey Wessington. And in a game that has really lacked momentum either way, Wolsey Wessington starting to get a little bit more of a downhill glide here in the second half. Boy, the first tough sledding for both squads. Warbirds knocked one in late in the first half and have come out in the third quarter and looked, have gotten some chunks here and there, made some better plays. And here's a pass to the right side, little kind of a wide out screen, and just not much there.
Pirates stop.
See where they mark them down is setting up the little screen out there. And we'll call it no gain. Set up second and around 10.
Second and 10.
Warbirds checking the wristbands here on a 2nd and 10, their own 29. Caleb from the gun, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Case, lone man in the backfield. They'll send Moshe out wide to the left and a whistle. And they're going to say false start against the Warbirds again. 8 penalties, 55 yards now. And Wolsey Wessington will look at a 2nd down and about 14. Second 15.
2nd and 15.
Warbirds back up their own 25. 3:15 to play third quarter. Wolsey Wessington leads 6-0. Caleb, the handoff. Gabe Case, left side, back almost to the original line of scrimmage. I think he might have got the penalty yardage back. Looks like he's just shy of the original line of scrimmage, so we'll put him down for 4. And we'll set up a 3rd and 11. And if you did have any kind of momentum, kind of needing this 3rd down to hold on to that. 2:40 to play in the third. They lead 6-0. They'll go 3rd and 11 from their own 28. 2 receivers left. Snap to Caleb. Caleb looking left. Pass over the middle. Wide open. Caught at the 45 across midfield to the 40. And a pickup of around 25. That is number 13, Ashton Hill, on the reception.
47 yard line.
So, yeah, 24 on the hook up there to Hill. And a big play there for Wolsey Wessington. And, again, in a game that just doesn't feel like either team has really had any momentum, the Wolsey Wessington Warbirds starting to build some here in the third. 1st and 10, Avon side of the 50 down to the 47. Caleb up and under center. Case will get the handoff near side, and he got a block looking to cut it back inside the 45 and to around the 41, and a nice gain for Gabe Case as it appears the Warbirds starting to kind of chip away a little bit at this Pirate D. Pickup here is going to be around 6 and around a 2nd and 4. Clock winding, minute 40 left here in the third. For the Warbirds, of course, they'd love nothing more than 4 or 5 a rip, stay inbounds, keep that clock a-moving. Here's Case again. Nice cut back inside. He'll pick up the 1st down. Needed 4, got 4.5. If he even got it, we'll see. It's awful close if it isn't, and it will be a 1st down.
For the Warbirds.
1st and 10 to the 37-yard line of the Pirates. Clock down to 1:15 left in the third. And again, for Wolsey, Wessington, just keep control of the ball, hold on to the football. Very important there. And keep that clock moving as Caleb gets the call from the sideline. Caleb Richmond up and under center. Couple receivers to the near side. Case lone man in the backfield, and he'll get to carry again. Right up the gut. Not much there this time for Gabe Case. And we'll see if they give him any gain. I don't think there'll be a gain there. Case 9 carries in the first half, 16 yards. 5 carries in the second half, 21 yards. He does get a yard here. So now a second and around 9, and this will be more than likely the final play here of the third with 20 seconds left. And Caleb Richmond from the gun. Couple receivers right, one left. Case again the carry. And Case slips a tackle. He's got the first down and then some. He's inside the 30. And let's see. Needed 9, got all 9 of them and then some. Down to the 25-yard line or so. And Warbirds again in business, and that will do it for 3 quarters of football. After 3 in Wolsey, the Birds lead 6-0, and they are hard charging to start off the fourth quarter. We'll be back in a minute with the fourth 1 minute on 1210 KOKK.
Are they growing like you expect? At Dakota Land Feeds, their experienced feed consultants can help you be sure your cattle are getting everything they need to perform and what will help you increase your bottom line. Let Dakota Land Feeds help formulate the right ration to fit the needs of your cattle, whether you have growing calves, feedlot cattle, yearlings, or beef cows. Dakota Land Feeds has feed consultants across the territory to help serve you. See your local Dakota Land Feeds dealer today.
The 2023 model year-end kickoff is on at Olympic Chevrolet Buick GMC in Huron. This is a once-a-year opportunity for savings like these. New Buick Encore GX now $28,941, save over $2,200. Get a powerful Chevy 1500 Crew Cab now $49,518, save over $6375. Drive home a new GMC 1500 Crew Cab now $48,25, save $5250. Hurry, the clock is ticking. It's the 2023 model year-end kickoff at the new Olympic Chevrolet Buick GMC in Huron. New name, same great service.
You're tuned to Dakota Sports.
Welcome back to Wolsey. A fresh 12 on the board, and we're set for the fourth quarter of what has been a tight matchup here in Wolsey. Warbirds leading 6-0. They are hard charging here, trying to put up another score. The Tigers back to within 1. Mitchell 14 here on 13. Scoreboard updates brought to you by the Mirror. Talk more about that later. The Warbirds trying to update the scoreboard here. 1st and 10 from the Pirate 26. Caleb back to pass. Looking right. Launches. Looking for Rainford. Rainford comes back to it. Incomplete. Nice play there in the defensive backfield as he got up and he looked for flags, but not because he felt he did anything wrong. Just had to make sure real quick, and the incomplete pass will make it 2nd and 10. Mutter out there on the coverage, and quite a fitting name. Quite a few muddy uniforms here tonight. 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass. Here's another Case carry. Cuts it back. We'll pick up a couple tops. And that'll bring up 3rd and about 8. We'll see where they mark him down first to pick up his around 2.
2 yards. 3rd and 8.
Fourth quarter just underway here in Wolsey. Warbirds lead 6-0 here, trying to get another one going, but shut down on a couple of plays here. Now a 3rd and 8 from the Avon 24. Caleb up and under center, and again they'll go Case, trying to get it outside, tripped up and dropped after a gain of a couple more, and that'll set up a 4th down.
4th down.
Looks like a 4th and around 3 or 4. From around the 20-yard line, and the Warbirds going to go for it here. Caleb under center, and did they get somebody to jump off? Did they get an offsides here? The officials are the Avon Pirates, of course, want movement. No, they got an offside, so that will move the chains for the Wolsey Wessington Warbirds. And boy, what a huge penalty late in this one. That will get Wolsey Wessington a fresh set of downs at the Avon 19-yard line. 1st and 10, 10:40 to play here in Wolsey. 6-0, Wolsey Wessington leads, and just got a huge penalty on 4th down to keep the chains going. Here's Case grinding one out, far side of the field. He'll lean in for a couple. Well, next Thursday, the playoffs will start for all the 9-man and one of the 11-mans, I do believe. Tigers, of course, over on Tiger 95 next week will have a regular season finale. I'll have some playoff football next Thursday. Don't know where the matchup will be yet. Duffy may have an idea tomorrow morning. You could tune in with Dakota Sports Saturday, get the scoop there. Here is Caleb over to Moshe. Moshe slips one tackle, but can't slip the rest of the team as the Avon Pirates come en masse to send him to the ground. Loss of 2 or 3 will set him back to a 3rd and around 11. Inside of 10 minutes to play, Warbirds a 6-0 lead. Now a 3rd and 11 from the Avon 16. And I wonder if we'll see Bolgholm, if there would be a chance that they would try to tap in a field goal. That would make it 2 possessions. 3rd and 11 at the Avon 16, and another flag on the snap. And I got to believe that is movement or somebody trying to take a timeout. And, that's the case. It's a Warbird timeout. 9:11 to play in the ballgame. 6-0 Wolsey Wessington Warbirds on a 3rd and 11 from the Avon 16. When we come back in 30 seconds, a 30-second timeout on 1210 KOKK.
A new era in orthopedic care? HRMC introduces Dr. Kevin Hofer, a proud Huron native, bringing revolutionary orthopedic care to our community. Dr. Hofer offers expertise in robotic-assisted surgery for less pain and a faster recovery. Superior orthopedic care is available locally. Join us in welcoming Dr. Hofer and embracing the future of orthopedics. HRMC. The right care is right here.
Your headquarters for sports is Dakota Sports on KOKK.
Welcome back to Wolsey. 9 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in this one. 6-0 Wolsey Wessington leads. 3rd and 11 Warbirds at the Pirates 16 as Wolsey Wessington threatening to make it a 2-possession lead. Mitchell leading here on 14-13. Great Plains Lutheran up on Hitchcock-Tulare 28-20. 4 minutes to play there. Rapid City Christian beat Woonsocket Wessington Springs Sanborn Central tonight 7-0. Warbirds going to try the pitch to Rainford, and he lost his footing trying to cut back. And we'll pick up maybe a yard, make it 4th and 10. And Rainford there had the play was kind of setting up a little bit in his favor. He had a couple of his blocks set and tried to kind of cut it back and hit the hole that he saw and lost his footing there. The fall at a 4th and 10 at the Pirate 15. Birds lead 6-0, 8:35 to play. Wolsey Wessington trying to put a little breathing room between them and the Pirates. Back to pass is Caleb Richmond. Caleb flushed out, comes to the near side of the field, launches for the end zone, and it's intercepted, I do believe. And it is. So either way, Avon going to get it back, as the interception in the end zone will bring it back out to the 20. So they'll mark this out to the 20, and Avon will now have, their most important drive to date in this game. 8:25 to play. They trail 6-0. They'll go 1st and 10 from their own 20. As the Pirates have had mild success on the ground here in the second half, they have had no success through the air as Birma is 0 for 1 with an interception. They'll go Watchorn. Oh, and he breaks the first set of tackles again, and Watchorn is in for another nice gain. This will be about a dozen. So Watchorn, after a first half that saw him carry 2 times for 2 yards, and he lost a fumble, has now carried 7 times for closer to 40 yards in the second half. They'll go to him again, right up the gut, pickup of around 3. Pickup is 2 and, well, maybe 3, maybe even 4. We'll call it 3, 2nd and 7. As again, Avon has reverted back to the wishbone for all so far of the second half. And now the quarterback's going to take it himself, and the Warbirds not fooled. He faked the handoff to Meyer and then spun around looking for Meyer to provide some blocking for him. But by that point, the Warbirds were already in the backfield, and I think that's Ashton Hill and a couple others getting through on the big stop there. So that'll be no gain, and we'll set up 3rd and around 7.
3rd down.
Again, under center here, the handoff. They'll try Meyer this time. Meyer left side, leans in for a gain of around 4 or so. It's going to set up a 4th and around 3. So a big 4th down here with 6:50 to play. Avon trying to keep themselves in this game. They trail 6-0. Warbirds scored the only touchdown 44 seconds before the first half ended. Both teams have had some chances here. Warbirds, in fact, had a 4th and goal down at the 1 at one point. Did not score on that possession, and now we'll get a timeout. With 6:32 to play in Wolsey, 6-0 Warbirds. Avon on a 4th and 3 when we come back in 30 seconds. Back in 30 on KOKK.
Business Association supports all activities of Wolsey Wessington School. Onward Wolsey Business Association includes Sandy's Cut and Curl, Santel Communications, Agtegra of Wolsey, Shooter Saloon, Dakota Environmental, H&S Heating and Cooling, Wolsey Wessington School, and the City of Wolsey. Best of luck to the Warbirds from Onward Wolsey Business Association.
You're tuned to Dakota Sports on KOKK.
Welcome back to Wolsey. 6 minutes and 32 seconds remain in this game. Warbirds lead 6-0, but this might just be your play of the game. We'll see with Avon on a 4th and 3 from their own 40.
Avon Pirates ball on the 40-yard line, 4th and
Paxton Birma under center. Wishbone behind him. They'll try Meyer. First down and then some. Uh-oh, Meyer's gone. Goodbye, Isaiah Meyer. That'll go for 60 yards. And we'll tie this game with 6 minutes and 20 seconds to play. So the Meyer run will tie us at 6, and now the Pirates with a chance to take the lead with 6:21 to play. So not only did it turn out to be the biggest play of the game, it turned out to be the biggest play of the game for Avon for sure. I guess we should say thus far, as now we have a 6-all tie with 6:21 to play at Avon, looking for a 2-point conversion and a chance to take the lead. Birma under center. And again, they'll go right side and hit right at the goal line. Oh, he's in for 2. 6:21 to play, and Avon takes the lead 8-6. We'll send it back to the studios for a minute. We're back in 60 seconds on KOKK.
Family Insurance.
This is Crystal Volkwartson, agent at Volkwartson & Associates, Inc. As your American Family Insurance agent in Huron and Miller, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. Call me today at 605-352-4943 and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Stop into Shooter's Saloon in Wolsey today for some good food, good drinks, and great time. Shooter's has new hours. They're open Monday through Friday, 3 to close, with the kitchen open 4 to 10. Shooter's is now open Saturdays, noon to close, with a lunch special and appetizers available noon to 4. Be sure to follow their Facebook page to find the weekly special and any drink specials they may be having. You can still get all their normal menu items like their delicious ribeye dinner and, of course, Shooter's famous homemade pizzas 4 to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Make your next stop at Shooter's Saloon in Wolsey.
You're tuned to Dakota Sports on KOKK.
Welcome back to Wolsey. 6:21 to play, and the Warbirds will receive the kickoff here after Avon's first touchdown of the game, a 60-yard touchdown by Isaiah Meyer, and then tacked on the 2 as well. 8-6 Avon leads with 6:21 to play. Trace Pelton on to kick it away. Pelton with the run up, and they will squib it into that dead zone and just hope Wolsey Wessington fumbles that. And did they? Avon's pretty happy about it on the far side. It looked like it bounced off a Warbird, and then they got on top of it. The officials disagree, as Avon is going to recover this football. Well, the Warbirds had one person out there kind of in that zone. It went off him, and again, he was the only one there. I thought that he had got on top of it, but he must not have. The officials say Avon football. So the Pirates have turned things around and quickly. Trailed 6-0, had a 4th down back at their own 40-yard line. And now here we are leading 8-6. Avon 1st and 10 on the Warbird 40. They'll go to Watchorn, and he'll pick up a few. As now we'll see, I would assume, exclusively the wishbone, as we did for most of the first half until they tried a little bit of trickery there late in the second, and exclusively in the second half. I haven't seen anything but that wishbone. So a 2nd and 9 after the yard gain by Watchorn. And they will stick with 5:40 now to play, and Avon has taken the lead, 8-6. Meyer cuts it back, makes it into the second level again, still breaking tackles, and he's gone again. Meyer this time from 38 yards. So back-to-back Isaiah Meyer touchdowns. And with 5:30 to play, the Pirates have now taken a 14-6 lead. So they'll look for a 2-point conversion here. Right now it's 8, so this can make it 2 possessions, as Warbird's a little stunned here in the fourth quarter. 5.5 to play now, trailing 14-6. And it's awful close again. No indication. I don't think he got in. He did not. 5.5 to play, 14-6. Pirates score 14 points in less than a minute to take the lead. The Warbirds will get it back when we come back in 30 seconds. Back to Wolsey in 30 seconds on KOKK.
Action news on the scene. Once again, a craft of some sort has crash landed. I can see movement coming from the craft. Is it the sun? It is. It's confirmed and emerging now exactly what we thought. It is the sun. Ty Clark has just emerged from the craft. He's the son of Kent Clark. And yes, they're teaming up like Superman and Boy Wonder. Father and son finally together. Kent Clark Insurance, Wessington. Equal opportunity provider. 458-2281. For your crop insurance needs.
You're tuned to Dakota Sports on KOKK.
Well, scoreboard updates brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care, downtown Huron. The Mirror, 4th Street Southeast, downtown Huron. Call 883-HAIR. Get yourself an appointment with Lori, 605-883-HAIR. Call Kylie or text her, 605-553-1628. Lori and Kylie at the Mirror Family Hair Care. Mitchell leading Huron 14-13. Fourth quarter just underway. Great Plains Lutheran leading Hitchcock-Tulare 28-20 with a minute to play. Avon on top of Wolsey Wessington here 14-6. Trip Delmont Armor AC/DC leading Miller Highmore Herald 36-14 with 8 minutes to play. Rapid City Christian beat Woonsocket Wessington Springs Sanborn Central tonight 7-0. And Oldham Ramona Rutland out in front of Iroquois Lake Preston 22-12. Scoreboard updates brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care, downtown Huron. Oh, the Huron Tigers have scored 19-14. The Tigers lead. Again, Huron 19, Mitchell 14. It's our game of the night over on Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJB. Again, the Tigers have scored. They lead 19-14 at home against Mitchell. Fourth quarter just underway in that one. Here in Wolsey, Avon has scored 14 unanswered in the last minute to take a 14-6 lead. 5:24 to play in the game. First and 10 Warbirds left to right here from their own 30. Caleb will go from the gun. Moshe in motion left to right. And Caleb dropped the snap, and he's going to have to fall on top of it. Boy, and it's nothing going Wolsey Wessington's way here over the last minute or two. This is going to be a loss of pretty close to 10 yards. Backed up around their own 22, 23-yard line. So now a second and pretty close to 18. Faking the handoff and the pass. Caleb had just completed a pass to himself. You can't do that. He did complete it, but they have to, I assume, throw a pass. That's two forward passes. I don't think you can do that. He threw the ball into the defender's hands. It popped up in the air. He caught it and threw it again. So I'm pretty sure that first time counts as a completion to himself, which is pretty impressive in and of itself. But I don't think you can throw it a second time. The officials are trying to decide if it was a fumble. Because if it was a fumble that got batted back and Caleb happened to catch it and throw it, that's a different story. But if they determine it was a forward pass the first time, then I would think that that'll be the call. And that will be the call. An illegal forward pass. So we got to give Caleb credit for a pass and a catch, I guess.
Colin Hughes caught the second pass.
They'll also lose around 10 yards, but Colin Hughes got hands on that second pass, and unfortunately for not, as it was a pretty nice play and nice job of keeping that ball in front of him. So they are now all the way back to the 2-yard line. So second and 38. Caleb will line up from the gun, and he will be in the end zone. And now Hayden Hooks wants some clarification on the double pass, I assume, or at least where they're spotting the football. Because he threw the pass up around the 15, and it got batted up, and he caught it back around the 10, and then kind of bootlegged out to the near side of the field, threw it around the 10. So I don't really know why they're marking it at the 2 either. I guess with a penalty. Oh, the penalty is why. Yeah, that makes sense. In fact, the penalty I forgot to write down, and it's third down because, yeah, you lose the down on that as well. So third and 38. Back to passes Richmond in his own end zone. And again, the pass is batted right back into his grill. This time he can't haul it in. And that'll make it 4th and 38. And I don't even know. You probably just go for it here. I don't know. Why not? The way things have been going here the last couple of minutes, I mean, I'm sure you have to punt, but with 4:21 to play and a 14-6 Avon lead. And again, it just feels like the wheels have just come off in the last couple of minutes. Caleb will punt from the end zone. And off the side of his foot, and it's going to go out of bounds. Is inside the 20 or around the 20, 24. And again, just can't get anything to go their way here over the last couple of minutes of this football game. They'll mark it at the 24-yard line. So Wolsey Wessington will have to defend the short field with 4:15 to play and Avon leading 14-6, and you absolutely got to keep him out of the end zone now. Here's Bierma under center, the wishbone behind him. They'll go to the fullback. Up the gut, pickup is around 3.
Second and 7. 21.
So Avon trying to grind out the clock and pick up their 6th win. They come in tonight at 5-2. Wolsey Wessington at 4-3. And this, obviously, I think will affect Wolsey Wessington as far as the postseason goes. I think they'll still be in it. I think you'd probably travel maybe instead of host. I'll go to Meyer again. He'll lean in for around 3 more. Well, Meyer broke it open in the second half. A 60-yard touchdown run, and then less than a minute later, a 38-yard run. He also ran in one of 2 two-point conversions and turned this thing around for the Avon Pirates. They were down 6-0 with 6:30 to play in this game. They now lead 14-6 with 3 minutes left. And again, just trying to drive it out. They'll go Churchma. And a flag comes out, and this one is coming back. Not that it really went anywhere in the first place, but we'll see where they mark it and start walking off what I think is a hold, and it is. 3 penalties, 35, 4 penalties, 35 yards in the second half, 7 penalties, 55 yards in the game. Wolsey Wessington also heavily penalized in this one. It's the Warbirds' 9 penalties on the night.
Back to the 29-yard line.
So this will mark them back to the 29, set up a 3rd and around 14. Bierma again under center to the wishbone. Every play of the second half of this football game and most of the first half. They have thrown the ball exactly 1 time in this game, and it was intercepted. Meyer near side, breaks the first, breaks the second. He's gone again. 29 yards this time. Was it 1 or 9? Who was that, you know? Was that 1 or 9, do you know? That was 1. 1? He scored all 3 of them then? Yeah. So, a 3rd Isaiah Meyer touchdown, and they will look for a 2-point conversion. And with 2:23 to play, they'll give it to Meyer. And why wouldn't you? He's done everything else, and he will run in the 2. Back to the studios for a minute. 1 minute on 12:10 KOKK.
22-6 the score, advantage Avon.
To last these days? Well, here's one that's built to last a long time. Portable creep feeders from Vern's Manufacturing in Wessington. These creep feeders are built with convenience and durability in mind. Feed flow is easily adjustable with an agitation bar to prevent bridging and snug-fitting lids. Portable creep feeders from Vern's Manufacturing are made locally in Wessington, South Dakota. Put a portable creep feeder from Vern's Manufacturing of Wessington into your farming operation.
Onward Wolsey Business Association supports all activities of Wolsey Wessington School. Onward Wolsey includes 281 Travel Center, Roll and Wheel Restaurant, American Trust Insurance, American Bank and Trust, Buzzin' Coffee, McGilvery Heating and Cooling, Mid-Dakota, Holman Well Drilling, and Cane Creek Outfitters. Best of luck to the Warbirds from Onward Wolsey Business Association.
Dakota Sports is committed to excellence in sports broadcasting.
Welcome back to Wolsey. Wolsey Wessington Warbirds trailing now 22-6. Avon has scored 22 points over the course of a little under 4 football minutes. With 6.5 to play, they trailed 6-0. 2:23 to play, they kick it away, leading 22-6. Meyer in the third half has 3 touchdown runs, 60, 38, and 29. And they'll squib it. It got through the first wave. Warbirds will get on top of it back around the 32 or 33-yard line. And we'll take over on a 1st and 10 with 2:22 to play. And again, just got to feel kind of stunned here as Isaiah Meyer has just absolutely gone off in the second half of this football game, and more specifically, in the second half of the fourth quarter. All 3 of those touchdowns inside the 6-minute mark or just outside of it. Here's some motion left to right for Case. Caleb back to pass, looking for Case, right side, and it's off his hand and incomplete. Well, for the Wolsey Wessington Warbirds, again, they were primed to maybe host a playoff game with a win here tonight. With a loss, I'm not so sure. I think they'll see some postseason action, but will more than likely be traveling, I would assume. Of course, you can tune in tomorrow morning as Jeff will have some Dakota Sports Saturday and should have a pretty good idea of the playoff picture. If it's not all, I don't know if all the 9-man games. I think they all have to play tonight, so they can get that lined up, and then everybody has the same number of days of rest, I guess, before they get going with the playoffs. Here is Caleb to Moshe for a pickup of about, I think they got him down for about 5 before he went out of bounds. So 3rd and 4, clock down at 2:10 remaining as this one is not over yet, but man, stunned is about the only thing I can say for these Warbirds. Again, they led 6-0 with about 6.5 to play. Meyer 3 big touchdown runs, and Avon a 22-6 lead. Here's Rainford in motion. They fake the handoff. Caleb will take it himself, chase down from behind. Gain is around 3, and we'll set up a 4th and 1. 4th and around a yard. Clock down to 1:45 remaining. Warbirds have taken 2 timeouts in this second half. They have just 1 left. Here's Rainford again in motion right to left. This time they'll complete it out to Moshe, trying to slip the first tackle. Cannot. He leans forward. He's awful close. And in fact, they may have to measure this one. The far official came running right down the goal, or the 35 or 45-yard line. The other official was about a yard short. They're just going to say first down.
On the 44-yard line.
So 1st and 10. Wolsey Wessington. Again, Rainford in motion. This time they'll swing it out to him left side, and Rainford makes the catch at the 45 across, or at the 40 across the 45 and out of bounds around, gain of about 3 or so. 2 on the gain as we get inside the final minute. Gary Zell Auto Glass postgame show coming up. We'll get you the scoring summary, the statistics from this one. We'll get you scores from around the area, and we'll sign off from Wolsey as the Warbirds, with 41 seconds to play. Caleb back to pass, nearly sacked, and he is. So
Timeout, Warbird.
Warbird's going to take a timeout with 32 seconds to play. We'll take one of 30 seconds. We're back in 30. A 30-second timeout on KOKK.
American Family Insurance.
This is Crystal Volkwartson, agent at Volkwartson & Associates, Inc. As your American Family Insurance agent in Huron and Miller, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. Call me today at 605-352-4943, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
For sports is Dakota Sports on KOKK.
Welcome back. Scoreboard updates brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care, downtown Huron. The Huron Tigers win. They take a victory at home over rival Mitchell, 19-14. Great Plains Lutheran beat Hitchcock Tulare tonight, 28-20. Tripped Elmont Armor, ACDC all over Miller Highmore Herald, 44-14, 4 minutes to play. Rapid City Christian beat Woonsocket Wessington Springs Sanborn Central 7-0, and Oldham Ramona Rutland defeated Iroquois Lake Preston 44-12. Avon scored 3 touchdowns in the span of about 4 minutes to take command here. They lead 22-6. Warbirds closing out the game here with a pass to Rainford. That's good for 15, 20, 25. Rainford spins, and he's gone. 15-10. Oh, he's got one man left to beat. Cuts it back inside, and he's in for 6. So that'll go for 60.
Rainford.
For Rainford, his second touchdown of the night. And with 19 seconds to play, Warbird's still alive. So Richmond to Rainford for 60 and the score. And the Warbirds cut it to 10 and really have to have this 2-point conversion. Caleb the snap. And he's going to take it himself. Nope, he dumps it off in the easy 2-point conversion. So 22-14, 19 seconds to play. We'll have a Warbird onside kick when we come back. We're back in 30 seconds on KOKK.
Food in Wolsey today for some good food, good drinks, and great time. Shooters has new hours. They're open Monday through Friday, 3 to close, with the kitchen open 4 to 10. Shooters is now open Saturdays, noon to close, with a lunch special and appetizers available noon to 4. Be sure to follow their Facebook page to find the weekly special and any drink specials they may be having. You can still get all their normal menu items like their delicious ribeye dinner, and of course, Shooters' famous homemade pizzas 4 to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Make your next stop at Shooters Saloon in Wolsey.
You're tuned to Dakota Sports on KOKK.
Welcome back to Wolsey. Wolsey Wessington scores late here. 19 seconds to play. 22-14. Avon with an 8-point lead. And Warbirds here would need to recover the onside kick and score and get a 2-point conversion in order to tie. So I'm not saying it can't happen. Just laying out the scenario. Warbirds. All the hands kids on, I'm sure. Andres Bogholm on for the biggest onside kick of this season. Here is the run up and the kick. It pops up, and the Pirates able to cover it up. Warbirds are out of timeout, so that will close this one out. Neil from the Avon Pirates, and the Pirates will pick up their 6th win. They will go to 6-2 with the victory here tonight. The Warbirds will end the regular year at 4-4 and will await their playoff fate. Again, they had kind of set themselves up to maybe host with a win, but with a loss, I would assume you're probably most likely still in there, just visiting instead of hosting. And that knee will close this thing out, and we'll have a Gary Zell Auto Glass postgame show as Isaiah Meyer absolutely goes off in the second half of this football game after being held scoreless through 3.5 quarters. Avon puts up 22 in the last half of the fourth quarter to win going away 22-14. That is your final as it's zeros on the board, and we'll have a Gary Zell Auto Glass postgame show after a 3-minute timeout. Again, the Avon Pirates come back to win 22-14. Back in 3 minutes with a postgame show, 3 minutes on 1210 KOKK.
Some sort has crash landed. I can see movement coming from the craft. Is it the sun? It is. It's confirmed and emerging now exactly what we thought. It is the sun. Ty Clark has just emerged from the craft. He's the son of Kent Clark. And yes, they're teaming up like Superman and Boy Wonder. Father and son finally together. Kent Clark Insurance, Wessington. Equal opportunity provider. 458-2281 for your crop insurance needs.
It seems like nothing's built to last these days. Well, here's one that's built to last a long time. Portable creep feeders from Vern's Manufacturing in Wessington. These creep feeders are built with convenience and durability in mind. Feed flow is easily adjustable with an agitation bar to prevent bridging and snug-fitting lids. Portable creep feeders from Vern's Manufacturing are made locally in Wessington, South Dakota. Put a portable creep feeder from Vern's Manufacturing of Wessington into your farming operation.
Take care, guys.
Hi, I am Tyson Lean. As a college wrestler, I push my body to the limit every day. But after a few injuries, I started to feel like I wasn't performing at my best. That's when I turned to Carr Chiropractic and their team of experts. Through a combination of adjustments, rehab, and natural supplements, I was able to recover faster, reduce my pain, and improve my overall performance on the mat. Whether you're an athlete or just looking to improve your health, I highly recommend giving Carr Chiropractic a try.
When is the right home truly the right home? This is Reg Kleinsasser with the Real Estate Connection. First, can you afford it? Beyond the purchase price, you need to consider utility costs, maintenance costs, and property taxes. All of these factors add to the actual cost of a new home. Does the home meet your needs? Buying a large house when your kids are heading off to college in a few years or paying for a view of the lake when you are hardly home probably doesn't make sense. At the Real Estate Connection, we are dedicated to helping you find a home that meets your needs without breaking your budget. We're ready to help you find the right home today. Give us a call, 352-1300, or visit our website, realestatehuron.com.
Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season. Gary Zell Auto Glass is a proud supporter of area high school sports and sponsor of the post-game show. Gary and Michael Zell offer mobile glass replacement of windshields, door glass, cars and trucks, even tractor cabs on site. Gary Zell Auto Glass does chip repairs and they process all insurance paperwork. Call 352-0836 or toll free 1-888-852-0355. Gary Zell Auto Glass in Huron. It's time for the post-game report on 1210 KOKK. Brought to you by Gary Zell Auto Glass in Huron. Once again, here's Matt Watson.
Welcome back, Gary Zell Auto Glass post-game show in Wolsey as the Wolsey Wessington Warbirds led with about 6 minutes to play, or 6.5 minutes to play. They led 6-0, and then Isaiah Myers absolutely turned it on, scored 3 touchdowns over the final 6.5 minutes. Put up 150 yards in that stretch, and, of course, the 3 scores, 2 of the 2-point conversions, and the Avon Pirates win going away 22-14. Your scoring summary to start off your Gary Zell Auto Glass postgame show. The first score of the game came with 44 seconds to play in the first half. It was an 11-yard pass, Caleb Richmond to Peyton Rainford. The 2-point failed, and that was our halftime score, Warbirds 6, Avon nothing. That was our score after 3, Warbirds 6, Avon nothing. And then the Pirates went crazy with 6:20 to play. They were on a 4th and 3 at their own 37, something like that. No, their own 40. And Isaiah Meyer would take it 60 yards for the touchdown, and then the 2-point conversion to put Avon up 8-6 with 6:20 to play. A minute later, with 5:20 to play, Meyer would do it again, this time from 38 yards out. Now, this time the 2-point run failed. It was 14-6, but Meyer was not done with 2:23 to play. Another touchdown, this time from 29 yards out. Meyer would take in the 2-point run there. It was 22-6. Warbirds would get one more back. Caleb Richmond to Peyton Rainford again, second time on the night, this time from 60 yards out. Richmond to somebody good on the 2-point conversion, made it 22-14. Warbirds had one chance with the onside kick, and Avon able to secure that onside kick and secure a wild victory here tonight in Wolsey. Avon will close out the regular season with 6 wins and 2 losses. The Warbirds will await their postseason fate with a mark of 4-4. That is your scoring summary, and that's how we start off the Gary Zell Auto Glass postgame show. Thanks to Gary Zell for sponsoring our postgame report. We're going to take another 2-minute timeout. I'll add up some more numbers. We'll come back with a check of that scoreboard, brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care. One score we know for sure. The Tigers came back to win, as did the Avon Pirates. Final in Wolsey tonight. Avon 22, Wolsey Wessington 14. Back after 2 minutes with more Gary Zell Auto Glass postgame show. 2 minutes on 1210 KOKK.
Bettering yourself or pursuing a degree? Huron Community Campus offers in-person classes at just $40 per credit hour plus fees. HCC offers courses through Northern State University, offering quality education at an exceptional value. To learn more, call Huron Community Campus at 605-353-8518. That's 605-353-8518.
With nearly 130 stores in 12 states, Slumberland has the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Slumberland is America's #1 dealer for Lazy Boy furniture. Slumberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Slumberland of Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made up entirely of your neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, along with truly local service, turn to Slumberland Furniture of Huron.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Dairy Queen's ice cream, of course. Get your favorite cool treats at Dairy Queen of Huron. Get a chocolate-dipped cone, a dilly bar, hot fudge sundae, or their famous DQ blizzards. And for parties, anniversaries, or any occasion, order a DQ cake or a DQ blizzard cake. Dairy Queen of Huron is open every day of the week. Drive up, carry out, or dine in. Dairy Queen of Huron. Hot eats and cool treats.
Do you know what your cattle are eating? Are they growing like you expect? At Dakota Land Feeds, their experienced feed consultants can help you be sure your cattle are getting everything they need to perform and what will help you increase your bottom line. Let Dakota Land Feeds help formulate the right ration to fit the needs of your cattle, whether you have growing calves, feedlot cattle, yearlings, or beef cows. Dakota Land Feeds has feed consultants across the territory to help serve you. See your local Dakota Land Feeds dealer today.
You're tuned to Dakota Sports on KOKK.
Welcome back to Gary Zell Auto Glass postgame show on 1210 KOKK as we take a look here at our scoreboard. Remember, scoreboard updates are brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care, downtown Huron. Lori and Kylie at the Mirror. Cuts, colors, waxes, perm styles, shampoos, styles for the whole family there at the Mirror Family Hair Care. They do accept walk-ins at 35 4th Street Southeast, downtown Huron. You can call Lori for an appointment, 605-883-HAIR, or call or text Kylie at 605-553-1628. The Mirror Family Hair Care, downtown Huron. They bring us scoreboard updates. Here's a final check of the scoreboard. Avon wins tonight here in Wolsey, 22-14. Huron defeated Mitchell this evening over on Tiger 95. The final there, Tigers 19, Colonels 14. Great Plains Lutheran defeated Hitchcock-Tulare tonight by the final of 28-20. Trip Delmont Armor AC/DC, a winner over Miller Highmore Herald, 44-14. Rapid City Christian spoiled an unbeaten year for Woonsocket Wessington Springs Sanborn Central as they defeat the Blackhawks for their first loss, 7-0 the final in Wessington Springs. And Oldham, Ramona, Rutland would get their first win of the year and deny Iroquois Lake Preston a win this season. The final in the Battle of the Winless, well, now ORR with one victory. They win 44-12 over Iroquois Lake Preston. Remember, next Thursday night I'll have some playoff football. Duffy will have the Huron Tiger finale, and they take on a very tough Yankton team at home to close out the regular season there next Thursday. And we'll have, maybe tomorrow morning, Jeff will have an idea of what playoff matchup will be covered. And I think they'll have them out by tomorrow because I think all the 9-mans have to finish their regular year tonight. So you tune in tomorrow morning, some Dakota Sports Saturday. At the very worst, we'll have everything figured out by Monday, and we'll be ready for playoff football on KOKK and Tiger regular season finale over on Tiger 95. Thanks again to the Mirror Family Hair Care for bringing us our in-game scoreboard updates. Also a big thanks go out to Gary Zell Auto Glass. We're going to take one more time out here in the Gary Zell Auto Glass postgame show. Come back with our statistics, and we'll wrap it up from Wolsey. Again, a 2-minute timeout, and we'll wrap up a Gary Zell Auto Glass postgame show on KOKK.
Year-end kickoff is on at Olympic Chevrolet Buick GMC in Huron. This is a once-a-year opportunity for savings like these. New Buick Encore GX now $28,941, save over $2,200. Get a powerful Chevy 1500 Crew Cab now $49,518, save over $6375. Drive home a new GMC 1500 Crew Cab now $48,25, save $5250. Hurry, the clock is ticking. It's the 2023 model year-end kickoff at the new Olympic Chevrolet Buick GMC in Huron. New name, same great service.
Rest of
Are
the
you ready for
situation
a new
was,
era in orthopedic care? HRMC introduces Dr. Kevin Hofer, a proud Huron native, bringing revolutionary orthopedic care to our community. Dr. Hofer offers expertise in robotic-assisted surgery for less pain and a faster recovery. Superior orthopedic care is available locally. Join us in welcoming Dr. Hofer and embracing the future of orthopedics. HRMC, the right care is right here.
Onward Wolsey Business Association supports all activities of Wolsey Wessington School. Onward Wolsey includes 281 Travel Center, Roll and Wheel Restaurant, American Trust Insurance, American Bank and Trust, Buzzin' Coffee, McGilvery Heating and Cooling, Mid-Dakota, Pullman Well Drilling, and Cane Creek Outfitters. Best of luck to the Warbirds for Onward Wolsey Business Association.
American Family Insurance.
This is Crystal Volkwartson, agent at Volkwartson & Associates, Inc. As your American Family Insurance agent in Huron and Miller, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. Call me today at 605-352-4943, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You're tuned to Dakota Sports on KOKK.
And welcome back. Gary Zell Auto Glass post-game report. Thanks so much to Gary Zell for sponsoring our post-game report as we take a look at the numbers to wrap up a regular season of high school football on KOKK. The Avon Pirates will end their regular year 6 wins, 2 losses. If you would have told Paxton Bierma that he would have been 0 for 1 with an interception tonight and they would win going away, he probably would have believed you because they're a wishbone offense and he probably don't throw the ball much anyway. Paxton Bierma ends up 0 for 1 with a pick. Caleb Richmond, that interception. Of course, with the wishbone, you do your damage on the ground. Paxton Bierma, 2 carries for 3 yards. Tyler Churchma, 5 carries for a yard. Noah Watchhorn, 11 carries for 56 yards and a fumble he lost. But Isaiah Meyer went crazy in the last 6.5 minutes of this game. At the half, I think he had somewhere in the neighborhood of 13 carries for some like 50 yards and a fumble that they did end up recovering. He closes out this game somewhere in the neighborhood of 22 carries, 206 yards, and 3 touchdowns. As again, he rips off touchdowns of 60, 38, and 29 in the last 6.5 minutes of this game. So they register somewhere in the neighborhood of 260 or 270 on the ground, nothing through the air. In fact, a turnover through the air. They turn it over on the interception. They did lose a fumble. They did recover a fumble. They were kind of heavily penalized in this game. 7 penalties, 55 yards against the Avon Pirates. They do, however, win it 22-14, go to 6-2, and will await a playoff game next Thursday. The Wolsey Wessington Warbirds, and we're hearing here in Wolsey that they may still have a home game there, just the way kind of things fell out. But Duffy will take a look at that, and he'll have the full report for you tomorrow morning. Caleb Richmond, who was sacked 3 times tonight, ends up 13 of 24 for 161 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. I didn't see who took the interception there for Avon. The 2 touchdowns, though, both went to Peyton Rainford. I got Rainford down 4 catches, 108 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Colin Hughes, 2 catches, 22 yards. Ashton Hill, a catch for 24. Gabe Case, a catch for 0. Moshe had 4 catches for 17. But what a night for Peyton Rainford. 4 catches, 108 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Caleb ends up 13 of 24, 2 touches, a pick, 161 yards, and again was running for his life. He was sacked 3 times down the stretch in this one. On the ground, Peyton Rainford a carry for 1. Moshe a carry for -3, and a fumble they did recover. Caleb 8 carries for 22, and Gabe Case 19 totes for 59 yards. The Warbirds penalized 9 times in this game for a total of 65 yards. So somewhere in the neighborhood of 75 on the ground, 160 or so through the air. A couple of touchdowns, one interception, and a fumble they did recover. But Wolsey Wessington goes to 4-4 with the loss here tonight, and will again, like Avon, just wait to see where and when they will play there for the playoffs starting next Thursday. Well, we'd like to thank Wolsey Wessington Schools, of course, for a spot to sit here. We'd like to thank Austin Chemnitz, the athletic director, always getting us all the information that we need, making sure everything's going hunky-dory. And we'd like to thank Justin Lucas, head coach of the Avon Pirates. I'd like to thank Hayden Hooks, head coach of the Wolsey Wessington Warbirds. I'd like to thank Amanda, our engineer, back at the studio. Great job tonight. We'd like to thank our sponsors, which we will do in our post-game billboard. Specifically, like to thank the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection, for bringing us the reading of the officials. Gary Zell Auto Glass for bringing us our post-game report, and the Mirror Family Hair Care for bringing us our in-game scoreboard updates. Tigers win. They score late to win 19-14. Here in Wolsey, the Avon Pirates score 22 points over the last 6.5 minutes to win by the final of 22-14. This has been a presentation of Dakota Sports on 1210 KOKK, committed to excellence in sports broadcasting.
Thanks for listening to exciting high school sports. We are Dakota Sports on KOKK. Tonight's coverage has been brought to you by
our area sponsors include Shooters in Wolsey, Wilbur Ellis, Ken Clark Insurance, here on Community Campus, Slumberland Furniture, Burns Manufacturing in Wessington, Prostralo Motors, Dairy Queen, Dakota Land Feeds in Huron Regional Medical Center, Car Chiropractic Clinic in Huron, and the Real Estate Connection. South Dakota Attorney General's Office with the game officials, Gary Zell Auto Glass, our post-game, Mirror Family Hair Care, our scoreboard. Wolsey Wessington sponsors are Onward Wolsey and American Family Insurance in Miller and Huron. I'm back on the air here on KOKK Monday from 1 to 4. Jeff will be on tomorrow morning, some Dakota Sports Saturday. He'll take a look, and if they have those playoff matchups, he'll pass those along to you, and we'll see where I'm headed next Thursday. Tigers host Yankton to close out the regular season next Thursday night over on Tiger 95. So join Jeff tomorrow morning for all the scores, breakfast with the coaches, Dakota Sports Saturday. Get you all ready for a season finale for the Tigers next Thursday in playoff football here on KOKK. The Wolsey Wessington Warbirds stunned tonight, led 6-0 with 6.5 minutes to play, end up falling to Avon 22-14. For Amanda back at the studio, for our sports director, Jeff Duffy, and for everybody at Dakota Sports, this is Matt Watson saying good night, everybody.